like that. Woo! What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull-Up Show. My name is BJ Matthews, aka B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. All of our YouTube videos by hitting that notification bell, by the subscribe button. Let's get it popping. All right, so we got a good episode for y'all today. You know what I'm saying? NBA Media Day just kicked off today on Monday, this beautiful Monday. And y'all know what NBA Media Day is. That's the first day of the official NBA season where the media goes in and actually gets a chance to see the players, you know, for the first time since the previous season. You see LeBron James right there, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Chris Middleton, you see Joel Embiid, of course, the champion Steph Curry coming off a championship from last year. You know, Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, Bogdan Bogdanovic. So everybody got their hair cut. Everybody looking good. You know what I'm saying? Looking fresh for the camera. So it's a very, you know what I'm saying, important day for the NBA. It's a fresh start, and it's another time for the players to get it actually in front of the camera, like I said. So it's a beautiful time in the NBA. I'm excited for this season, man. I'm excited to see everybody come back. Kawhi, Zion Williamson, Jamal Murray, who else? Klay Thompson's gonna be better this year. So just all in all, Damian Lillard, all the players are coming back. All the stars are gonna be 100% healthy. So it's time to get the season underway. So beautiful time for basketball and hoops. And if you guys have not already, check out the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Donate to the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast. Show your love for all the amazing content that we give you guys on a daily basis. We do this 6 times a week. So we really appreciate y'all's support. But I like to spread the love to different people in the NBA who deserve credit. Because I think one of the things that the NBA does not do enough of, or the media in general, they don't do enough of to really spread the credit to all the players in the NBA. I think a lot of times they pick and choose who to, you know, give love and credit to, right? I think they play a little bit of a favoritism. Whoever gets the most, you know what I'm saying, exposure, pub, clicks, is who the NBA is going to cover. Now, I know sometimes people may say, okay, well, that's common sense, BJ. That's like, you know, that's what makes money. So you're going to have to obviously give them love first. But here at the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast, we don't play favorites. So I want to talk about a player who's been killing it the last 3 seasons, who's been killing it the last 3 seasons with his team, the Miami Heat. And for whatever reason, the team and him don't get that much coverage in the NBA. And I'm talking about Jimmy Butler, who you can see his new hairstyle with the extensions, which is I don't ride with the extensions. Don't get it twisted. I'm not talking about his hairstyle or how he, you know, pulls anything off. I'm talking about his game. Miami Heat don't get much coverage in the NBA. I don't know why. It's in a pretty cool climate. It's in a cool, you know, area. Of course, the Miami Beach area. I've been down there. Very beautiful. A big attraction for tourists. So I don't understand why the Heat don't get much coverage. They've been really good the last 3 seasons since he's been here, a large part. So I don't know what the deal is. They're not getting as much coverage as some of these other teams who are not as good. You know what I'm saying? But teaches his own. So Jimmy Butler is one of my, I would not say my favorite players, but one of the players I respect the most in the league. What I'm saying is basically how I love his game, as far as how he goes out there and competes, how he plays both ways of the ball, how he always is about, you know, being competitive, you know, being the underdog. I appreciate guys like Jimmy Butler who got out the mud. This guy was not a high draft pick. I think he was like a 20th pick, somewhere in the mid to late first round. He did not go to a big university. He went to a small school, a school called a mid-major called Marquette University. He was not a high lottery pick. He's not really somebody who you say was a top draft pick. He had to get it out the mud. He had to, you know, develop his game. And I love seeing players like that where you have to actually work to get where you're at, and that's what Jimmy Butler represents. Hard work, determination, grit, toughness, get it the hard way. So how could you not respect it? But people don't really want to. They don't really like to see. They don't like to really see stories like that. They don't like to really see players actually who did it the hard way, regardless of what they may say. People like to see the glamours, the glitz. They want to see players like, LeBron. I don't know, Kobe. All the top, Kevin Durant, all the guys who were like lottery picks. They don't want to hear about the guys who were just like, they were kind of in the radar, right? But the reason why I want to talk about this subject, because I think there's somewhat of a bias when it comes to this guy, Jimmy Butler. I think the media, for whatever reason, does not want to give this guy as much coverage as he should, even though he's been having more success just as much as anybody else in the NBA the last 3 seasons. 2 conference finals appearances, 1 NBA finals appearance, no super team. This past year just played with 5 other G League players. I'm talking about Max Strus. I'm talking about Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin, DeAndre Dedmon, Duncan Robinson, all guys who are basically G League players. So his team is not really top heavy. His team is not really, like you would say, a very deep, talented team. They didn't buy a championship. They didn't buy their way to the finals. They didn't buy their way to the conference finals. They had to actually develop their team. Right? Now, if we go back to Jimmy Butler, as far as how he is with the Miami Heat, like I said, he's been to 2 conference finals and 1 NBA finals appearance. Now, people may say, okay, well, how does that equate to him being a top 5 player? Where are you going with this? From what I've seen, his game, what he is, what he's like, he's the type of person that really shows up in the playoffs. He's the type of person where he turns his game up in the playoffs. He reminds me a lot of Kawhi. If y'all know, Kawhi is my favorite player to watch. He's my favorite player in the NBA, hands down. Jimmy Butler, he reminds me of a miniature Kawhi, as far as his game style, as far as how he competes, how he carries himself on the court, how he develops his game to another level in the playoffs. He's very similar to Kawhi Leonard, right? He said, "Oh Lord, not him wearing extensions." Hey, I don't support the extensions, man. I just like to see him play. So I appreciate the comment though, but I don't support the extension. I'm just talking about his game. But back to what I was saying. His tenure with the Miami Heat has been impressive. You can't deny that. And from what I've seen the last 3 seasons of Jimmy Butler, I've become a big fan of his game. And if we talk about just him being the season to the playoffs, you can see that his game develops, right? His game develops in the season from the playoffs. So if we go back to 2020, let's go back to the 2019-2020 season, he averaged 19 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists per game in 58 games. In the 2019-20 season, he was selected to play his 5th All-Star game. So those are pretty good numbers. Those are solid All-Star numbers, right? So that's what he did in the season. He turns his game up a little bit and more in the playoffs. He averaged 22 points, 6.5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 21 games in the 2020 playoffs. So that's what he does. He elevates his game. That's what you're supposed to do as a great player. And anybody that remembers that title run in the bubble understands how special Jimmy Butler was, especially in those finals, where he had, I think 2 separate 40-point games against the Lakers, who won the championship. That was the strongest Laker team that we've seen with the LeBron James era so far. But he was out there with no fear, wasn't scared of anybody, took it to LeBron, took it to Anthony Davis, took it to whoever who was on the court. They came up short, but he showed a heart of a champion. He is definitely not top 5, okay? There is no criteria for what a top 5 player is. That's why CBS, ESPN, all the other majors, have different top 5 rankings. Yeah, and I'm going to talk about some of the rankings they put these guys actually in. To me, I'm just surprised why some of these guys are even in the top 5. But like I was saying, and y'all continue to hit that like button, Jimmy Butler turns his game up in the playoffs. That's what he does. He's the type of person that goes out there and basically gives his all no matter what. He's not scared of nobody. He's not scared of nothing. So I just love seeing that competitive edge that he gives. I mean, that's just me. So that's what he did in the bubble. Okay. Now you transform to this past year in the playoffs. This is when he really turned up in the playoffs. Okay. So let's look at the stats that he had. Right. He went from, hold on. Let me move this out the way so y'all can see. He went from 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists per game on 59% true shooting percentage. That's what he did in the season. So those are pretty solid numbers. Those are all-star numbers, right? This was this past season in the regular season, 2021-22 season. Now, mind you, the Heat have the best record in the NBA in the West Eastern Conference. The Miami Heat had the best record in the Eastern Conference just this past season. But you really heard about the Miami Heat. You heard more about the Boston Celtics or the Philadelphia 76ers or even the Chicago Bulls with DeMar DeRozan. You didn't really hear too much about the Miami Heat until they had that big blow up on the bench with Jimmy Butler and Udonis Haslem, right? But they didn't get really no pub. So that's what he averaged in the season. Very good numbers. He turns it up in the playoffs. He averages 27. Okay, it's 27 points, 7 rebounds, 4.6 assists in 17 games in the 22 playoffs. Okay, now listen, I want y'all to pay attention to a couple things. The Heat got to the conference finals against the Boston Celtics and lost in 7 games. Okay, now a lot of things were going on in that series where really the Miami Heat were just not. They weren't going to get it done. The Boston Celtics, it was their time. And the Heat really were really hobbled with Jimmy Butler dealing with a knee injury. Kyle Lowry was dealing with a hamstring. Tyler Hero didn't play the last, I think, 4 games or 3 games. And all the other players were just dealing with they were just all banged up. Right? So it just wasn't their time to win last season. But if you talk about what Jimmy Butler did, man, if y'all go back to that game 6 victory by the Miami Heat where he had 47 points, that will show you why Jimmy Butler was a top 5 player this past year in the playoffs. Basically scoring at will, playing both ends of the ball, controlling the tempo. Nobody on the team can stop him with the Boston Celtics. Not even Marcus Smart, who was the defensive player of the year. He just took it to everybody. No fear. Okay? So that's what he did in the playoffs. And again, y'all keep hitting that like button. Y'all keep hitting that like button. We gotta get the likes up in here, get the people up in here. So that's what he did in the playoffs against the best team that went to the finals. He pretty much gave it to the Boston Celtics. And had he not missed that last shot, then they would have been going to the finals off of Jimmy Butler's heroics. Because make no mistake about it, Jimmy Butler basically carried that team, to the end. They just didn't have enough. Okay, y'all hold on for 1 second. All right. So I am back. Okay, so now I want to give a few more things, and then we're gonna go and let people into the chat. And by the way, I'm wearing my Clipper shirt. You know what I'm saying? My Clipper shirt, Clip Ganger Don't Bang. You know what I mean? Clip Ganger Don't Bang. And you got, I'm gonna show y'all the back. Got PG, got Kawhi, got Marcus Morris. You know what I'm saying? You know how I'm representing. Y'all know y'all know how I'm coming this season, right? Representing the Clippers all day. But I want to show y'all something as well. I had a few days ago, they had the top rankings, the top 100 rankings, and they had Jimmy Butler all the way at number 18. Or was it 17? I think it was 17. Yeah, they had Jimmy Butler all the way at number 17. So they didn't even have this man in the top 15. I got a big problem with that. I got a huge problem with that. Because my thing is, how are we ranking these players? Are we ranking them by what they did the previous season? Are we ranking them by what their potential is going into this next season? Are we ranking them by their age, their skill set, their dominance, how you like them? I mean, how are we ranking these players? Because if you basing off just last season, I'm sorry, there's not 17, 16 players that were better than Jimmy Butler. That's just false. Trae Young got eliminated by Jimmy Butler in the Miami Heat in the first round, 4-1, where they made Trae Young look like, I don't know, made him look like, a non-factor that entire series, except for one game. Right? So if you look at the rankings right here, the guys in front of him, you got 11 through 15. You got James Harden, which I've already said James Harden does not belong in the top 15. I don't know how he got there. Kawhi should be in the top 5. Karl-Anthony Towns should not be ahead of Jimmy Butler because he basically gave away a series his first round against the Memphis Grizzlies. I don't know what Dame's doing in there when he missed pretty much the entire season, didn't play in any playoffs. PG, I think he's better than Jimmy Butler, but I think Jimmy Butler, if we're going by last season, you got to give this man credit for taking his team all the way to the conference finals. I mean, it just is what it is. So I don't know how they ranking these players, man, but it's kind of it's foul how they, I don't know if they're giving players just like credit based off of, what their resume in the past was or what. But last year, those guys were not supposed to be ranked in front of Jimmy. Even this list right here. The only person I can see that should be ranked in front of Jimmy as far as last year is Jason Tatum. I don't know what job Morant's doing in there. He's not a top 10 player. He was in the top 10 in the season, but not in the playoffs. Devin Booker, his flame out against the Dallas Mavericks excludes him from the top 10. I had him being in the top 10 going into this season, but he doesn't belong there anymore. KD, I'm sorry, but what he did against the Boston Celtics, he cannot be ahead of Jimmy Butler. Even though I think he's a better player, he has to show himself again and redeem himself after what he did, right? Jason Tatum, I don't have a problem with him being in the top 10. And LeBron, I've already spoken my piece about LeBron, man. I think they're giving him rankings based off of his past, what he's done years prior. And that doesn't count for right now. Okay, so that doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. So again, Jimmy Butler, is he a top 5 player based off of what he did last season, what he's been doing the last 3 seasons with the Heat, taking his team to the conference finals and the NBA finals multiple years. There's not too many other players who've done that, who've taken their team to the playoffs, conference finals, and the finals the last 3 seasons. Right? So I'm gonna open the chat up though. I'm gonna let y'all, say y'all piece what y'all think about this, man. Do y'all feel like Jimmy Butler's a top 5 player? And if you do not, you gotta give me specific reasons why and how you ranking these players. That's all I want to, ask y'all. I want to have y'all come into the chat so we can, open the chat lines up. Okay. There's a link right there. Anybody want to come here and cook can come in and cook whatever y'all want to do. So Dallas Sports, Bubba said Jimmy Butler is not a top 5 player. Okay. I respect your opinion. Go Taste and See said he's definitely not a top 5. Okay. He said there's no criteria for what top 5 player is. That's why CBS, ESPN, all other major media outlets have different top 5 rankings. Yeah. But the issue with that, Dominique, is that most of those rankings are biased. They're one-sided, and they don't really know how to rank players properly. I mean, my gosh. I mean, some of these, I don't even know who to be ranking these players. Like, who put James Harden ahead of Kawhi? Just pure stupidity. Just pure ignorance. So let's see what we got. What up, Bruce?
Hey man, how you doing? How was your day?
Good, brother. How about yourself?
It's always all right. I'm waiting. I cannot wait for Friday.
Oh, Friday the weekend
Yeah.
already.
I leave for the weekend.
Where you headed?
No, I said I live for the weekend.
What
I'm
do you mean
always
you
looking
leave?
for the weekend.
Oh, you leave? Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. After the finals, I said Jimmy Butler was top five, but with what he has on his head right now, he's not top five. He needs to remove that thing. But what he did last year, especially in the playoff, is top five to me. Because to be a top five player, it means like you have to carry the team, even if you don't have a second option. Even if your second option is not showing up, even if your second option is lacking, and you practically on one leg, how is that? How is that not top five? When your team is doubted, they'll and people think, okay, it's over already. Your team is gonna be out. How many times against the Celtics, people said, okay, Miami Heat is done. One play away from the finals, one shot away from the final. Or is in that top five?
See, and that's my question. I don't know what is why doesn't people put him in the top five? The man he took his team to the playoffs. The two of the last three seasons in the conference finals. He took his team to the team 1 year. He took them to the finals. Um, they had the best record in the East last season, and he's done it with no super team. And he's had multiple G League players come into that roster. So why does he not get the top five nod? Why? What you think it is?
Because he doesn't play sexy. He doesn't play sexy, and he plays greedy. He doesn't play. His shot is not pretty. Um, you know, he's not smooth. Like people said that KD is shot is pretty, it's smooth. So they like KD, but KD did not play top five to me. And if people are saying that KD is top five, so Jimmy Butler is top three because the same team that demolished the Nets had better players than the Heat, in my opinion.
They do. They do.
I mean, Kyrie is better than Kyle Lowry. And
Yeah.
I think Steph Curry is a lot better than a lot of the some Heat players.
So
You
what do
know,
you think? Why do you think that he was able to take his team farther than what KD was able to take his team with less help?
because he's a better leader. He's a better leader, and he has more heart. You know, he was not gonna take no for an answer. And KD, I think he took no for an answer. You know,
He
and
checked out.
He settled.
He
Jimmy
checked.
Butler did not settle in
He
the
checked
playoff. Man.
out. He
Yeah,
checked out. And you could tell Jimmy has the belief and confidence. How he spoke. He's one of those players that if you played with him, he's one of those players that elevates your game. He makes you believe. I
yes.
think he actually elevated guys like Max Strus and Gabe Vincent. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So players like that,
Yeah,
players like that would really is like very, very
yeah.
telling.
And you see Udonis Haslem saying on TV to Draymond, "Thank you." I didn't see any Nets players saying the same thing, willing to step up to you know.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, I love watching him play though. I don't know when you say he doesn't play sexy. I don't know what that means. It's just because he's not like as flashy with
Yeah.
his movements and stuff. Because I think he plays very similar as far as, and I'm not saying he's him, but he has a lot of Jordan tendencies. How he gets to his spots. He doesn't waste a lot of dribbling. He's lethal in that mid range. He uses his size, his strength, his athleticism to get where he needs to get to. I mean, I love watching him play.
Well, he plays blue collar basketball to me. Like, you know, and he's not Kyrie or KD, people with so many talents, and it's easy for them to score.
Mm-hmm.
And Jimmy Butler works hard to score, but he scores. But they said that KD was unstoppable, right? He's a monster. He was unstoppable. He was stoppable to me last year.
Yeah. Yep. What's up, Bubba?
Hey, salute, bro. Salute, Bruce.
Hey man, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. So I said Jimmy's not a top 5. I mean, I believe he's a top 10 player based on what he did last season, but I don't see him being better than the top 5 players. When you talk about the Giannis, the Steph, Luka, and what have you, like I don't see him being better than those guys, but he's definitely top 10 if you consider what he did last season. I mean, for the majority of the season he was hurt, but his guys pretty much held it down in the regular season, and he came in the playoffs and he dominated. So why can't he be a top 10? But top 5, nah, I can't really put him there.
No, that's fair. I mean, if you look at the top 5 players, it's Giannis. That's what they have him ranked. Giannis, Steph, Luka, Joel Embiid, Jokic. That's the 5 right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he took out Embiid.
Come on, we're not going into that, bro.
No, I'm serious.
But yeah,
If you look at what he did in that series, he basically, like Bruce and I said, like he's a leader. So it's like you talk about a team and a guy that had less talent than Philly. Basically, he led this team to a victory over the Philadelphia 76ers. Now you want to talk about Jokic and Giannis and all them, okay. But it's almost as if Jimmy, if you look at his record and what he's done, the results are there. Best record in the East, 2 conference finals appearances, 1 NBA finals appearance. I mean, the results are there. So, I mean, I'm almost like, it's like Kawhi a little bit. Like the results are there in the playoffs, but people don't want to give him that nod. I feel like they treat him the same way they treat Kawhi. They're very similar.
Yeah, they are similar, but I mean, yeah, there's a difference, but they are similar players in their playing style. Like Kawhi doesn't really, how he plays in the playoffs is very different from how he plays in the regular season. That's the same with Jimmy too. And I feel like sometimes if you don't show up in those regular season games and dominate like that, I feel like sometimes they kind of drop you off the list. Because think about Jokic. Jokic hasn't done anything since 2020, but we still consider him a top 5 player based on what he's done in the regular season. And I feel like it's about time we kind of prioritize good performances of the playoffs. I mean, yeah, he didn't win, he didn't go for it, but at least he showed up. He balled out and he made it more competitive. So why can't we just put him in the top 10?
Well, I think Jokic is overrated.
Yeah, to a certain degree, yeah.
I don't think he's top 5. I think he's right outside the top 5. I think he's like 6, 7. But how do we like? So you're telling me that because you think the season he doesn't go all out is why he's not top 5?
Right.
You said that he's top 10. So who's better than him?
I think Luka, Steph, Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid are better than him.
That's like 5, right?
Yeah, 5.
So why is not 6? You said he's top 10.
Yeah, he's top 10. He's either 6 through 10, but I have to find a place to fit him in there. But he's definitely top 10.
Let me ask you this then: is he better than any of these players right here? Is he better than any of these players?
I don't even know what LeBron is doing there because he
Yeah, I don't know either. He does not deserve to be there.
Yeah, he didn't do anything significant last season. Yeah, he averaged 30 points, but it didn't equate to wins. His team, he had a losing record. Now, Jason Tatum, I said when they were playing in the playoffs, I said that Jason Tatum was better than Jimmy, but after that game 7, I put Jimmy over Tatum. So I feel like Jimmy's over Tatum. He's definitely over KD. And yeah, I put him over Ja and Devin Booker. I don't even want to see Devin Booker's face. He's a fraud.
Yeah. So you want to put him? You think he's about 6 or 7? That right? So we're forgetting the other guy in the picture that's not even shown. We're forgetting about Kawhi, so he's in front of him.
I took him out the list because I didn't see him play. He didn't play last season.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So what about PG?
Oh, Jimmy had a better season than PG last year.
Okay.
It's not even close.
Do you think he's a better player than PG?
Overall, no.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah. And I got a question, though, because we give Jimmy Butler all this credit that he's a dog, he's a leader, he's this, but where was that dog? Where was that leadership when he was in the Western Conference?
When he was playing for Minnesota.
He got ran out the Western Conference.
When he was playing for Minnesota, he was performing.
Wait, can you say that again?
When he was playing for the Timberwolves.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't he playing good?
Well, yeah, he was playing. He was playing. I think they played their best. They made it to the playoffs. That's when they made it to the playoffs when he was there.
Yeah, but they got gentlemen swept.
Yeah, they got beat by Houston, but I think his problem was with the team, like with Cat and Wiggins, who were not taking it serious. So I don't really hold that much against him. And now look at what he did with Philly. When he was with Philly, like that was their best team that they had. He goes to Miami and brings that same winning DNA, and gets them to have success. So he's a winner wherever he goes. He changes your culture.
I don't think Jimmy Butler is a 1. I think he's a super 2. I don't think he's a 1.
Yeah, I can agree.
Because if he was a 1, he would win with the Timberwolves.
But you say he top 5, Bruce?
He's top 5. He's top 5 last year, but he was not top 5 when he was playing with the Timberwolves. He was top 5 last year. I'm not saying he's top 5 all time or the decade. I said he was top 5 last year.
So what do you expect from him this season?
Not top 5, not top 10 with that hair.
Well, why you focus on his hair and not his basketball game?
That's a joke, because when you have the hair, it means like we're not focused on basketball. We're focused on getting extensions.
Well, he said he's going to take it out before the season starts.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know why he put that in his head. I was like, what in the hell is Jimmy Butler doing? Some extensions. I'm like, them Haitians must have got to him in Miami, Bruce. So that's probably what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But okay. So y'all saw some of the media today. What were some of the media days that caught your eyes today? Like, a lot of people were, having me.
A lot of players said a lot of BS. They always say that every year. A lot of them say a lot of BS.
They're in the best shape of their life.
Like Westbrook said that it doesn't matter what role, um, you know,
He plays.
he's gonna do, you know. Um, what's the Anthony Davis said he couldn't control two of his injuries.
Huh?
He could not control two of the injuries that he had last year. They were out of his control.
I mean, that's true.
I mean, that could be true. Yeah, that could be true. That could be true.
Yeah, one of his injuries, LeBron pushed the player into his knees, and the other injury, he landed on Rudy Gobert's foot. And he twisted his ankle. Yeah,
that could be true. And I enjoyed the Clippers of Kawhi and John Wall. I enjoyed that one. John Wall, he got very deep in what his last couple years has been like in his depression and his mom passing, his grandmother passing, him almost having to amputate his foot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's on the little Players Tribune. He wrote like a whole column about, what it's been like the last 2-3 years for him. So it's a good read if anybody want to go check it out.
This dude, Jay Crowder, asked for a trade because he may not start. Did he watch the playoff last year?
Yeah, he was terrible.
He was terrible, yeah.
He only shoot threes. He is not as good defensively as he used to be.
Yeah, he's terrible, man. I think he wants to go back to Miami. He can stay in Phoenix.
But what's his role in Phoenix? The tough guy?
Yep, the fake tough guy.
Shooting threes, man.
That's his role, the fake tough guy. What did you guys think the Boston Celtics, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum?
I mean, when you say Boston Celtics, I cannot stop thinking about what the guy said last night. So.
Oh, and so I talked to somebody who was with the Spurs in the mid 2000s or the mid 2010s, like he was with the Spurs as like a coordinator or something. I forgot his job title, but I was talking to him this morning through Messenger, and he spent time around Udoka, and he told me that's all BS. Like, he's not gay. Like, that dude he loves women. Like, he was doing that when he was with the Spurs, like flirting and stuff like that. So he's not gay. It's not gay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how he came up with that theory, but I was just shocked because he said he was Nigerian himself, and I'm like, why would you even start this rumor about your fellow Nigerian brother?
I think he was just looking for, like, he wanted to be different and stand out and say something different from everybody else. Because when I asked him, I'm like, bro, who leaked the story out? And he's like, oh, that could be anybody. And I'm like, yeah, the vice president. He said, it could be the player. I'm like, what? Why would the player leak that out?
Right.
What? He's pretty much leaking a story about himself. Like, that doesn't make sense, bro.
Right.
So just no.
Okay, go ahead.
No, Bruce, you can go ahead.
Other things that I've picked up from media day is Kawhi said that if the Clippers were in the finals, he would have played.
He was joking.
That's cap.
He was joking. He was joking.
Okay. Norman Powell wants to be Defensive Player of the Year. I guess with what's the guy in Boston? That's the starting point guard.
Marcus Smart.
If he wins that Defensive Player of the Year, everybody has a shot.
No, he can play defense. Marcus Smart, I have to give him credit. He can play defense. He's not. It depends who you put him on, but as far as the guard position, like he locks up on defense.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah, he can lock up. I mean, sometimes he does flops here and there, but I mean, he can play he can play defense.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Come on, not all the time.
Yeah. I feel like everybody flops to an extent.
Yeah.
I feel like
everybody flops to an extent, but he flops all the time.
Yeah, man. Paul George cut all his facial hair off. You need to talk to your man, Bubba.
Yeah, I watched his interview, and he was really going into depth about the Clippers' depth and how they can lock up. And I really like how he kind of like was involving all the players and talking about this player, that player, and how they can how they can all come together and try to find minutes. How Ty Lue's going to help them get minutes throughout the course of the season. Like, I really like how he was bringing all the players in, which shows me a little bit of camaraderie within the team, which can really help their chemistry if they really want to go deep in the playoffs and win a championship.
I mean, I listened to James Harden. James Harden lies a lot. How big was James Harden last year? He said he
lost 100 pounds, man.
You believe that lie?
That's cap.
Oh, God.
That's always cap, bro. But whatchamacallit? I saw the KD one. KD was talking about. He said the reason why he had those thoughts because he was like uncertainty about the team, like him leaving. Yeah. He felt like the team. He didn't know the direction they were going. Yeah. What y'all think about that?
Yeah, he's a big baby, man. All of those players, this generation are babies. They want to be coddled.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because they've been given a lot.
He was just embarrassed that the team got swept, so that's why he wanted out. The team got swept. Golden State won. Oh man, I'm out.
He had to feel the worst person in the world after that happened. Seeing the same team that left, get a ring in your absence.
You said you chose Kyrie over Steph Curry. Since you left Curry, you haven't done anything.
He said he take Kyrie over Steph.
I mean, that's what he did. He chose Kyrie over Steph.
Yeah, I think he was trying to. Honestly, I just think because he felt unappreciated, that's why he left.
Man, Kyrie trying to be Love again, cut his hair the same look when he was Love. That's not gonna happen.
I think Kyrie's gonna have a breakout year. I think he's ready.
It all depends on Ben Simmons shooting.
Well, he ain't gonna shoot. He ain't a great shooter, so we can forget that.
He's not a bad shooter too. He just doesn't shoot.
Bro, just stop it. Stop it.
I want Ben Simmons to be a great shooter, so I can laugh at Sixers fan. I like that, man.
Yeah, that's what you want. Wishful thinking.
So I can come back when he is like 5 for 5 on 3. I want to
watch him like pull up like the first game like 3-3-pointers. Make all 3.
Yes.
I'll stop watching the game. He's not gonna do that.
Okay. I know I'm gonna watch the Sixers against the Nets at the Sixers. I want to see that. And Ben Simmons is shooting 3s. It'll be so funny.
Yeah. Yeah. But when KD says I didn't trust the direction the team was going, like I really don't get it. the team was going in the direction that you and Kyrie said y'all could lead them to a championship. All the moves that they was making on your behalf. You and Kyrie brought in had a great team. Y'all traded all those players for a player, for James Harden. And y'all traded James Harden away for another player who refuses to play basketball. And you get embarrassed. You get embarrassed in the playoffs, and now you want out, talking about the team is not going in the right direction. It was all your fault. It wasn't nobody else's fault but you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was bad. Like you, and when I looked at KD in Game 4, I was like, this guy look like he can't wait for it to be over. He walked off that court like, man, I'm going home. I'm about to have me a nice little bubble bath, maybe a steak. I'm about to get the hell out of here, man. I'll see y'all next year. He didn't care.
Yeah, no remorse, no nothing. At the post-game interview, no nothing.
No emotion, no passion. Sad, man.
Yeah.
So for all those people who were saying that he would kill, he can't. I mean, KD and the Warriors will sweep the Bulls. Man,
hell,
I don't hear that anymore.
Bro, I'm
sweep the
telling you,
Bulls? Nah.
KD's one of them players, man, that people just. It's like they just give him his flowers. I'm talking about not flowers, but they just give him the card of being like, it's like an automatic. He's 7 foot. He can score from anywhere. So they pump him up higher than what he really should be.
Yeah, give him more credit than he actually deserves.
Because if you really look at it with your eyes and really take your chance to like pay attention, Kawhi is a better overall player than KD.
They keep saying that he's unstoppable. I used to see a player that was unstoppable. I saw MJ unstoppable. Shaq, oh my God. This dude was. Shaq in his prime when he was with LA.
Oh yeah, you couldn't do nothing with Shaq.
Barbecue chicken all day.
Man.
Except foul the hell out of him.
The free throw line stop Shaq.
Man.
Yeah, free throw line. What's up, Young Africa?
LeBron in 2011.
Wagwan. Pull up podcast. It's all love. How y'all doing?
Wagwan. Why y'all dip on?
What's going on?
Nagwan. It's all good, man. I'm chilling, man. You know, I've been listening, man. You know, why Jimmy Butler ain't a top 5 player,
bro, I got
man.
smoke for you, though.
Oh, what's up, man?
But not here. At 10:30.
Oh, well, why not here, man? What kind of smoke you got, man?
Not here. But go ahead.
What's that 10:30?
What's that 10:30? Yeah. What's that?
Nah, he knows.
I really don't. But anyway, right now it's morning for me, bro. It's you know, it's nighttime, early morning, man. You know, in the AM. So I don't know what time you're talking about, but anyways, well, the topic of discussion, Jimmy Butler. Why he's not a top 5 player? Why he isn't is because he ain't. Quite simply, because he ain't. Sorry to break it to y'all Jimmy fans, but he ain't. You know, he a solid player, he a top 10 player, but he ain't top 5. And why he isn't is because, one, he isn't consistent enough in the regular season. He doesn't stay healthy, and he even though he is a two-way player, I would not call him an elite offensive player in this league.
Why are you talking about LeBron, man?
I would not call him see, Bruce, you stay hated, man. It's so good, man. Stay hated. But he's not an elite offensive player in this league, man. That was shown in the playoffs, man. He had to pull up from 3, and that shit was never going in. And to be a top 5 player in the league, you need to be elite offensive player. That's just the standard. That's the standard. The minimum is an elite offensive player, and then you need to have some defense. Why? Because in our modern day, offense is more important than defense. This ain't the early 2000s. 2001, Jimmy Butler, top 5 player, possibly. 2002, you know what I mean? He'll be mean on that Detroit Pistons team, for example, but that ain't the era that we're living in. And that's why he can take his team to the promised land, but they cannot be victorious because of that. And to take a player out and put Jimmy, first of all, he ain't even in the top 10, according to ESPN. According to me, I got him better than John Morant. You know, I got him better than
who played better last year, LeBron or Jimmy Butler?
I got him better than Devin Booker. Jimmy Butler's better than John Morant and Devin Booker. Clearly, I would say that. But who played better, Jimmy Butler or LeBron James, I would
Yes.
say LeBron James. Man. LeBron James. As an
Who
individual
played?
player,
Okay.
he played
Okay.
better.
Why'd you
Who
ask
played
that,
better?
Bruce? You
Who
should
played
have never
better
asked
in the
that.
playoff last year? Oh, I'm sorry.
You should have never asked.
You know what? You know how I know? Because when you look at the All NBA teams, LeBron made the All NBA team. Jimmy Butler did not make the All NBA team, which means he wasn't even considered in the top 15 best players last season, my brother. If you talk about seasons, last season. So that ain't me. That's just the official voting of the NBA. That's all. That ain't me. That ain't my personal opinion.
We
But Young
know
Africa-
we know that ESPN is not very good when it comes to voting. So I don't take this list serious. I mean, anytime you put James Harden in front of these guys, I mean, I can't take you seriously. And then you follow up and you put him number 17, who had a better season than everybody through 11 through 12 or 11 through 15 here, had a better season, had a better playoffs, and had pretty much a better playoffs than anybody here except for Jason Tatum. So how is this man not even your top 10 ESPN? That's number one. Number two, your top 5 in the playoffs. I think that's what gives Jimmy Butler that question: is he a top 5 player? Because of what he does in the playoffs.
He does step it up in the playoffs. Yep.
Yeah, he takes it up to another notch in the playoffs. So you're talking about he went from 21.4 in the season to 27.4 in the playoffs.
Yeah, if he does that during the regular season, I'll go ahead, my brother. For you.
Impressive.
Against great teams, right? Yep.
And then I look at this series against the Boston Celtics. I think he was the best player on the court. I think Jimmy Butler was the best player. I think if he had all his troops, they were all healthy. Going up against a Boston Celtics team that was stacked, against a team where KD got exposed, he took it to those guys head straight on. He showed he's a better leader than Kevin Durant. He showed that he's able to galvanize his teammates at a very high level. The Miami Heat does not have any other All-Stars but him. So all those factors, I think, matter why we have to at least ask the question, is he a top 5 player based off what he did in the playoffs?
I would agree with you. If he played like he does in the playoffs in the regular season, he is a top 5 player. But he doesn't do that. And so that's why you can't consider him top 5, especially with his injury history.
People cares more about what you do in the playoff than regular season.
Oh, which people are you talking about? Obviously not the people at ESPN. So which people are you talking about?
Everybody.
I do.
Obviously, it's more. The playoffs are more important, obviously, but
yeah.
But
I mean, that's how
the
it
regular
should be.
season counts when you talk about value of players. The regular season counts, right? As well, it prepares you for the playoffs. You can't get into the playoffs without having a solid regular season. You know.
Facts.
You ain't a championship team if you don't have a good regular season. And in the last 4 seasons, he hasn't played over 60 games. And so that's the question. He's lucky that he's on a solid team with a solid organization and a solid championship winning coach, right? Which can consistently have wins in a league in which really most teams don't know how to win. Do teams like Orlando are very trash teams, Charlotte, all these perennial just trash teams that don't have an organization that's set up to win. Miami has that with Spoelstra, Pat Riley. So they're making the playoffs just on their organizational standard and structure. And so Jimmy Butler is a great player, and he adds to that. But he can't just turn it up in the playoffs. He needs to play that whole regular season like that. Jimmy Butler has never averaged more than 22 points in a regular season, 23 points in the regular season. So, like, he needs to.
That's true. Go ahead.
How many players that he played with were scoring a lot, and that was not his role to score? Or is that
how many? How many?
He played with Derrick Rose.
We can go through it. We can go through it. So he played. He didn't play. He played with Dwayne Wade in Chicago. All right. This is when he starts scoring. All right. When he starts scoring. So
Derrick Rose.
What?
Derrick Rose.
Okay, that was early in his career. Early in his career, he played with Derrick Rose. Okay.
Okay. He played with Karl Anthony Towns. That was scoring a lot. When he was playing with Karl Anthony Towns, he played with Wiggins, also who scores a lot. When he was playing with Philly, he played with Embiid.
But he was still the leading scorer of those teams. He took the most shot on those teams, though, even though they were scoring a lot. But he took the most shots, so he was the main guy on the team.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I am.
Are you sure he was taking the most shots?
I'll check right now.
Minnesota? Yeah.
In Minnesota, yeah.
No.
Yep.
Minnesota, he was not taking the most shots. No. I disagree.
I don't disagree.
He definitely. I think
You don't disagree, so you agree with me. Thank you.
I don't disagree with myself, I guess.
You mean you don't agree?
Okay, and so what about Miami, where he's clearly the best player? Why isn't he scoring the most points?
Because Miami is a team system. Everybody can score one day, score the best, and he's playing with a Bam Adebayo and Kyle Lowry.
But they're not scorers, bro. Bam Adebayo is not a scorer. Kyle Lowry is not a scorer. So why isn't Jimmy Butler at least averaging 25 points on the Miami Heat?
And Tyler Hero is scoring a lot too.
Why not? I asked you a question. Tyler Hero can score, but why isn't Jimmy Butler averaging 25 points?
They spread the ball in Miami.
Yeah. I think the reason why he doesn't score that much is because he's unselfish to a fault. I don't think Jimmy Butler looks to get 25 a game. I think he looks to do other things, little things, the setting the screens, the handoffs, the extra passes. Like he takes a lot of pride in playing the game the right way. So he's not looking to give you 25, even though he could. We've seen it in the playoffs. If you can do it in the playoffs where the game is much more intense and the game is a lot more tight, you can do that in the season. So I'm not, like I said, I don't really look at the season he has to score 25 to prove to me. He's proved enough to me that he can compete with the best of them.
So you saying he's top 5, BJ? You saying that, or you just asking the question?
I'm asking the question. I'm just
okay.
I damn sure think he's top 10. I don't know why they got him at number 17, but that just shows you ESPN. I can't respect their list. So Minnesota, he averaged 22 points per game. So he was the leading scorer on that team.
Yep.
He was the leading scorer.
But he was playing with other people that would score.
So yeah, that's true. That's true. That's because he's not a superstar like that.
Karl-Anthony Towns averaged 21.3. Andrew Wiggins averaged 17.7. Jeff Teague averaged 14.2. And Daniel Gibbs. They had 6 guys in double figures.
What is a superstar?
Wait, what about Jamal Crawford?
He averaged 10 points per game.
What is a superstar, Young African?
Oh, to me, you got to be top 5 player to be a superstar, man.
No. What is a superstar?
A superstar is a player that on any team you put him on in the league is a contender. That's a superstar.
On any team, he's a contender?
Yep. You replace the best player with him, and they're a contender, right? That's a superstar.
What?
Bro, that's not always true.
That's not
a superstar to me, man.
Superstar is somebody that can carry your team even if your second player is lacking. That can carry.
Yeah, well, that's my definition. You asked for my definition, man.
That's
what. All right, let's go by your definition. If you put LeBron on the Magic, are they contenders?
Yeah, they're gonna right now, definitely, bro. With Paolo Banchero, Mo Bamba.
I'm talking last season. Last season, they were the worst team in the NBA.
Come on. Yeah, they're the worst team in the NBA, right? So with LeBron James, they're making the playoffs. That's what That's what happens, man. They're making the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, right. They're not
so
even making the playoffs.
He turns a 20-win. He turns a 20-win team into almost a 50-win team, bro. That's what he does.
Why didn't he turn the Lakers last season into a 50-win team?
Because the Lakers had the worst pieces that did not fit. That's why. Very bad.
But
pieces
Orlando
around
has
LeBron.
the pieces that
and
fit.
then he didn't have. All I said is they're making the playoffs, man. All I said is they're making the playoffs. So you picked extreme, right? And you go to the bottom of the league, right? But let me tell you this:
bro,
a guy like let's just say this: a guy like this.
You told
okay.
You said,
let me tell you this:
you said a superstar is any player that if you put on
LeBron,
any team, they're contenders.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Your question.
Yeah, I know. So you pick out the worst team in the league and you say, are they contenders?
Okay,
that's the extreme. Okay. And I'm going to tell you, he turns that 20-win team into a near 15-win team in the East, right? But let me tell you this. If LeBron goes to another team that won 20-something games like Oklahoma City, right? And he goes onto that team with Gilgeous Alexander, Giddy and all that, they're contenders. That's my point. That's a superstar. That's a
You see
superstar.
that? You
And
see the
LeBron is
talent,
proving that, bro. In LeBron's
You see
prime,
the
he's
talent.
taking that Orlando team to the conference
No,
finals, bro. In his
no,
prime.
no,
In his
no.
prime, he's taking
You
them
see
to the
the talent.
conference finals. So that's
You
what
see
I'm
the
talking about. He's
talent in
proven that.
OKC. You see
Everywhere
the
he
talent in
goes,
OKC.
rings, bro. Rings. Everywhere he
Yeah,
goes, rings.
rings.
Rings. That's what happens. Yes, Bruce. Rings. Every team he
Yeah,
goes to,
rings.
rings, bro.
Rings with mercenaries, right?
Rings. Don't
With
matter. You
mercenary
can
tendencies.
call it what you want. You be mad. Hey, who's your team,
Um,
Bruce? Who's your team? Oh, you don't have a team, right? Do you have a team?
okay, if LeBron leave the Lakers, are you a Lakers fan? I'm asking you that.
Huh? No, I've been a Lakers fan since before LeBron got there, man.
No, no,
I've been a
no.
Lakers
If
fan since
LeBron leave
Kobe.
the Lakers, are you still a Lakers fan?
Yes. Yes. I don't move
Man, don't
teams,
lie.
man.
Don't lie, man.
Yes.
Don't lie.
Hey,
Don't
what
lie.
you
Don't lie.
capping, man? What do you mean
Don't
don't
lie.
lie? Hey, my first favorite player was Kobe, actually, my all-time favorite player,
No.
Kobe. And then it goes LeBron, man. I like
Okay,
Kobe
so
more
if LeBron
as a
goes
player.
back to Cleveland, are you still a Lakers fan?
Yes. But I'm
Man,
supporting
you lie.
LeBron's success too. You know, I
So
like to see
if
LeBron
the
succeed too,
Lakers
but
play
I'm a Kobe.
Cleveland,
I'm a
if the
Laker fan,
Lakers
huh?
play, if the Lakers play Cleveland, who you rooting for?
Oh, I like to see the Lakers winning that game for sure. Hey, you can't test my fandom, bro. I'm a true fan. I'm a true fan. But Bruce, you don't even have a team, right? You hating on me like a LeBron, but you don't even have a team out here in
I
the
don't
NBA.
hate on you. I don't hate on you like in LeBron.
Yeah. Okay. But
I'm
how
hating on you lying for LeBron.
That's okay, Bruce.
But you know what? This dude said he ain't really top 15. He ain't really top 5. He top 15, bro. Jimmy Butler is at least top 10. That worst top 10. I don't know where this top 15 is coming from.
You know, sometimes people just.
I would agree.
Wait, let me say this.
Better than
Sometimes
This dude was on one foot, one leg. With Tyler Hero, no defense, can't score. Kyle Lowry, like a rhino last year, like an elephant, wasn't doing nothing. Max Strauss, who's that? Bam Adebayo was playing terrible.
Yeah, one good game, game 3.
Yeah, that's because Robert Williams didn't play.
Yeah, so yeah, Jimmy was looking like Jordan out there, man. I ain't going to lie. He was looking just like Jordan.
Everybody said that they were Celtics gonna beat them because Jimmy Butler was injured. They went to Boston and killed. They could not stop Jimmy Butler, but they could stop Kevin Durant, right?
He dropped 46 on that game. Or could it be because Jimmy plays one way? I mean, offensively.
What you mean?
He was hitting threes. He was hitting threes, fade away. Come on.
He was hitting threes?
Yes, he was hitting threes.
Yeah, he was hitting threes, mid-range. He was hitting turnaround shots. He was getting to the basket. He was doing up and unders, man. He literally looked like Jordan's son out there, bro.
Wow, did y'all know that Draymond Green made the All-Star game last season? That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. That was
How did he make the All-Star game, man?
That was Paul George's spot.
It's called the Curry effect.
That's crazy, man. He was not an All-Star last season.
Draymond.
Yeah, I don't like Draymond either, man.
It's called the Curry effect.
Draymond's an average player.
Put Draymond on Detroit. He's on the bench.
But wait, Draymond averaged a triple single last season, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he averaged like 7, 7, and 7, man. Come on, man. That ain't an all-star, bro. That's crazy.
Hey, but he got 4 rings, though.
Yeah, I can't hate on that. He's probably going to go to the Hall of Fame, too. I can't even hate on that. He's probably going.
Yeah,
you know, but when you talk about...
Go ahead.
Oh, what's up?
Go ahead.
But I was going to say, when we talk about Jimmy Butler, he didn't even make the All-NBA teams last season. He made an All-Star team, but he didn't make the All-NBA teams. They got guys like Pascal Siakam over Jimmy Butler last season. You know what I mean? So
okay, so who do you think?
Pascal Siakam.
Who do you think?
Trae Young.
Who do you think will be better on the Lakers, Siakam or Jimmy Butler?
Yeah, Jimmy Butler. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Jimmy Butler.
See, thank you.
This is not me voting, man. I'm just saying the league voted. Pascal Siakam had a better season than Jimmy Butler. DeMar DeRozan had a better season than Jimmy Butler. Yeah, man. They got guys like that above him, man.
Who
Man,
had a
DeMar
better
DeRozan is
Who had
not
a
better
better
than Jimmy Butler.
postseason? I think that's what we gotta establish. Is the season more important than the postseason?
Postseason more important.
Postseason.
So I mean that has to account for something. I'm like, okay, yeah, you had a good regular season, but I need to know what you're gonna do in the postseason. Because if you did that in the regular season, but you get knocked out in the first round or the second round,
What's the
it's kind of
point?
like, okay, it's a little irrelevant. But
If Kawhi was playing in the regular season the way he played in the postseason, you know, man, MVPs he would have won.
Hey, Pascal Siakam played well. He just lost to Philadelphia. They were the better team, but he played well in the playoffs last season. I don't know if you watched that series, but I did, and he played
They
well.
weren't the better team. Stop it.
What? Who
The
had the
Raptors-
better team? Philly?
The
Or
Raptors are not
Raptors?
a better team than Sixers. Stop it.
I didn't say that, bro. See, you don't listen
you
to me
said
because
they
your
had the better
fandom get in the
team.
way.
You
I'm
said they were the
saying
better
they
team.
lost to the better. Bro, I'm saying
They lost to
Pascal
the okay,
Siakam
cool.
played well, but they lost to the better team, bro. See, your
Alright, my
fandom
bad, my
can't. You
bad.
got you
My
tripping.
bad. My bad. My
Got
bad.
you
My bad.
tripping. I'm saying that obviously Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, Tobias Harris is a better team, bro. That's a better team than the Raptors with the rookie Scotty Barnes as their second best player on that team, man. Pascal Siakam and rookie and Scotty Barnes,
Wait,
and they
who
got
was the
Van
best?
Vliet.
Who was the best player on the Raptors?
Pascal Siakam was the best player on the Raptors.
No.
What? Come on, Bruce. Who's the best player on the Raptors, bro?
no, I got it. Well, yeah, Pascal Siakam hasn't. He only made one All-Star team, right?
No, I don't think Siakam was
Nah,
the
he
best player.
has.
Yep, one all time, but he's been two-time All NBA player, NBA champion, two-time All NBA, which is greater than All-Star appearance to me, anyways. But go ahead.
All NBA is greater.
Yeah, to me it is. Yeah, that's a whole season.
Yeah.
All-Star
You know,
is like
All
literally
NBA
40,
never
45
did
games.
that.
You get into the All-Star game with 45 games, bro.
They got Pagan 180 said, how about Cleveland the first go around? I think Cleveland's gonna be a top 4 seed.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got Cleveland gonna be a top 4 seed because they are the most, to me, the most complete starting 5 in the league or in the East.
Yep. In the league, you could even say in the league, man, in terms of the.
Yeah, because
Maybe
I know
Golden
Cleveland
State-
is so
Golden State
good.
got some
I know LeBron is gonna try to go back.
Yeah.
Hey, Bruce, I know you're gonna be mad as fuck if LeBron go back to Cleveland and win the championship. I know you're
Why
gonna
would
be
I
mad.
be mad? Why would I be
Well, I
mad?
know, because you don't like LeBron, man. I think that's why.
Because now I would not be surprised. So that's what he does.
But you know they win a championship, yeah. If he goes to Cleveland, they win a championship, right?
They win a championship.
Bro, you're delusional.
Yeah. You take a minimum contract at the end of his career and play with
You're
those
gonna
guys in
see.
Cleveland?
You're gonna see a LeBron that's very terrible this year. I predicted.
What do you mean? What does very terrible mean? 30 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists is very terrible.
30 points. Okay. You say he's gonna average 30 points this year.
No, I don't think so. But what do you mean by very terrible? Because he just did that. So what's very terrible this year? What?
I think
What
he's
is it?
gonna average. He's gonna try to. He's gonna try to get the record early, so he's gonna be exhausted by February.
He does.
Okay, you'll see. He's gonna get injured.
He doesn't have to try, bro. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. He's right there, bro. He's right there at the door, bro. He's at the door. All he has to do is put the key in.
Did I say he's not gonna get it? I said he's gonna win the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar championship so many times.
You said he's gonna be exhausted. What are you talking about, bro? You never
He's
seen
gonna be
LeBron
exhausted. Okay, you'll see. Last year I said the same thing, not on this panel, but last year I said the same thing. And what happened? He's gonna get injured again. I'm not wishing that he gets injured, but he's gonna get injured again. Watch.
I don't think so, but what's a
Okay.
horrible season? What's you said horrible there, right? You said he's gonna have a horrible season. What is horrible, man?
Horrible is great first half. After the All-Star game, he's gonna go to the All-Star even though he doesn't deserve it.
How do you know he hasn't even played yet, bro?
Last
hasn't even
year
played.
they gave him All NBA. That's BS, man. How is he All NBA? That's stupid. There was more player that played better than him. How is he in All NBA? Man, the guy is the greatest stat pattern of all time. Greatest stat pattern of all
All
time.
NBA. Do you know LeBron James has the all-time All NBA. He got in 18
Michael
out of his
Jordan,
19 seasons. He's been All NBA 18 times, bro. You know what
if
that
Michael
means?
Jordan,
Longevity
18
stat.
times. What do you mean
If Mike-
longevity stat? It's greatness
Longevity
stats. That's what
stat.
that is. Greatness.
Longevity
Greatness
stat.
stat. You know what that
Longevity
means? It
stat.
means that since he came into the league, hey, BJ can understand this too because he played both. Since LeBron James came into the league, out of the 19 seasons that he's played up to this point, he's been All NBA 18 times. And out of those 18, he's been first team 13 times, which means he's been top 15 for every season of his career, pretty much. Top 15 playing in the league. Isn't that amazing, BJ? Come on, bro. Isn't that amazing?
I mean,
Let's be honest.
the longevity to me is just something. Yeah, I applaud that. Definitely respect that because if you can play basketball that long, I mean, you're a hooper yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
you that's something that you can appreciate. I can appreciate that.
yeah.
Facts. You
But-
got to, man.
but-
Any athlete.
It's still a longevity stat.
Oh,
Yeah,
you say
yeah.
butt?
I
Did
wish-
you say butt?
It
What?
is.
I
You
wish
came with the
it
butt.
is.
Oh,
We
come
appreciate
on,
it,
BJ.
but
It is.
Come on.
It's a longevity stat though.
I
we
wonder
appreciate
how
No,
many
but
years.
isn't longevity amazing? Isn't that what greatest of all time mean? Time is taken into consideration. We actually talk about greatest of all time. Time is a huge aspect of greatness, man. And he has the longest prime of all time. And you know what's amazing right now? Because it's so great, people that don't like LeBron, they discredit his longevity. That's amazing. It comes to the point now where they say if he keeps playing and he doesn't win a championship, it actually goes against LeBron. That's amazing. And that's straight hate to me, man. We can't even respect the greatness that we're seeing, and we should appreciate it because it's only going to be for a couple more seasons, and he's going to leave.
I don't remember
Young
I saw
Africa.
any greatness last year.
Young
I didn't see
Africa.
any
I'm
greatness
gonna
I
be
want to
last
ask you
year.
a question though.
Go ahead, Bruce. I mean, go ahead. Bubba.
Nah, BJ, you can go ahead.
I think the reason why people are so hard on LeBron is because I think his fans disrespect other great players to try to elevate him. I think they try to disrespect Jordan, Kobe, Kareem, and other players that he just skips over to elevate him. That's why I think some people are so hard on LeBron. And it's not his fault because he's. I mean, I think LeBron's a good guy. I think he's a family man, a husband, father, all that good stuff. I'm very supportive of what he does off the court, but I think a lot of times his supporters take it a little bit too far. That's why I think sometimes people don't like him.
I wonder how many years Kareem would have played if he had the medicine that LeBron has today. But okay.
He still played over 20 seasons, bro. What are you talking about?
See, you didn't understand what I said. I said how many years. I wonder how many years Kareem would have played if he had the medicine of LeBron.
Okay, well, hey, he still played over 20 seasons. What I'm telling you, so he maxed out. He maxed out.
You still don't get it.
Okay, so instead of playing till he was 40, whatever, he would have played till he was 50. Is that what we're saying now? Because LeBron, Kareem had a long career, man. I don't know what we mean, what we talk about when we say that.
Okay, all right.
Kareem had a long career. He played till he was 41,
players
41,
on the bench,
42.
Players on the bench have the tools now where they get massaged. They massage themselves. Right?
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Pause.
And those players in the 80s, 70s didn't have first class. They were traveling commercial. Right?
Man, Bruce, you crazy, Bruce. You crazy.
I'm crazy. I'm telling the truth. They have the tools now. They're massaging themselves on the bench.
Touching themselves on the bench.
Nah, Bruce not on that type of time.
Bruce said they massaging them. They have the tools to massage themselves.
Yeah, bro.
That's
That's why. That's heavy pause right there. Heavy pause. But, yeah, I hear you. So what? Kareem gonna play till he's what? 45? What? 50? With medicine? Well, what are you saying, Bruce?
Didn't he play when he was? I know. What was the player that plays on the Bulls? He played for the Celtics. Oh my God! And he plays on the Bulls, and he won a championship. Oh man, I forgot his name. He played with Larry Bird and Kevin McHale, the third guy.
Robert Parrish.
Yeah. He played until he was 42.
Okay.
But he didn't come in the league so young. He started probably at 22, 21, 22.
So
LeBron came when he
So
was
go
19, 18.
exactly. It goes both ways because they play college, right? And you play like what,
Right.
15 games a year in college, like
Mm-hmm.
so. Like it goes both ways, Bruce. He been playing 82 games a season since he was 18 years old, bro, and he's still
man,
going.
when they okay, what I'm gonna say, you guys gonna say pause again. When they blow in you, like if they blow if they blow hair on you, they call foul.
No,
I mean
no.
those fouls.
That's
So
the rules, man.
I mean the players back in the day, they used to get beat down, and they said it's
Hey,
a
but
valid foul.
see, but there was also things like illegal defense was in the 90s, right? Where you couldn't play a zone
Yeah,
defense, where you couldn't double team. Hey, look, you know what Michael Jordan said about illegal defense? He said, if there was zone defenses when I played, I wouldn't have had the career that
yeah.
I had.
Where
That's
did you
Michael.
get that quote? Where did you get that
That's
quote?
Michael Jordan. And you want me to drop? I'll drop the link. That's
Man,
Michael Jordan's
you've been
own
watching
words.
a lot of Shannon
Own
Sharp.
words.
Everything
Own
you're
words.
saying,
His
everything you're
own words.
repeating is from
I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop it in the
nah,
chat. No worries. I'm gonna drop it for you, Bruce, in the chat. But he said that. He
everything you're
said that.
repeating is from Shannon Sharp and Nick Wright.
No, it's not. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you
I
watch a
don't
lot
know
of
who Shannon
FS1.
Sharp is.
You watch a
I don't
lot of
know.
FS1. Everything you're saying is from Nick Wright and Shannon Sharp. Oh my God, it's like I'm listening to Shannon Sharp.
He said if the zone defense was in, this is Michael Jordan's own words, man. I don't know
Yeah,
why you
okay.
argue with Michael Jordan. You don't argue with me, bro. You argue with Michael Jordan, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
argue with him. They couldn't. So illegal defense meant that you couldn't go off your man, and so meaning that he never played. And that's why when you look at that Utah game where he got that rip in the finals and then pulled up and hit that shot, the question to me is, why ain't they double teaming Jordan from half court? That's ridiculous. Dude's out here guarding Dennis Rodman, really? Like why are they not doubling Michael Jordan, BJ? Why not?
Because they're not doubling
Illegal
Michael
defense,
Jordan.
right? Illegal defense. Why not?
They used to double Jordan. Are you crazy?
How you think Jordan would last in this lifestyle, young Africa? How you think Jordan would what you think Jordan would be in this NBA?
He would be. Look, I'm gonna keep it honest, man. He would. You don't want to answer my question. I see, BJ, but I'm gonna keep it honest. In this era, Jordan is an even better offensive player, but when it comes to winning, he doesn't go 6-0 in this era. No, he doesn't.
Okay.
No, he doesn't. So as an offensive player,
do you think?
he might be a better offensive player. He might be a better offensive player. But there's also
do you
better
think-
defenders and more complex defenses. But as an offensive player, and I'm not talking about better numbers. I ain't saying he's dropping 40 out here. I wouldn't disrespect the league like that. But he's a better 3-point shooter in this era. He's a better shooter in general in this era, which means he becomes a way better player in this era. But with just how the league is. But when we talk about winning, most definitely not. He does not go 6-0.
Will Michael Jordan lose against the Mavericks?
See, this is the same talking points, bro.
What? I'm asking you.
How many championships would he win?
This is crazy, man. He would have
Will
won.
Michael Jordan
He would have
lose
won
against the
like
Mavericks?
he would have won 4, same as LeBron, something like that around there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Will Michael Jordan pass the
3, 4,
ball?
and it really depends on the team, so it's hard to say. Like, who would you put Jordan on? Which team is he on? You tell me.
I mean, if
2011 Miami Heat.
Shit, that's all. That's four in a row.
But
That's 4. He ain't losing to Dallas, and he ain't losing to the Spurs.
he ain't
Maybe
losing.
the Spurs might give him a run for his money, but he damn sure ain't losing to Dallas.
Tim Duncan. Hey, first off, Jordan didn't come across a stacked Hall of Famers like that.
Oh my God.
Yo,
in the
that's
finals.
cap.
In the finals, he didn't, bro.
Okay.
In the finals. Yeah. What's cap? Is that cap? That ain't cap, bro.
His finals.
One-man teams.
Who he faced
One-man
in the
teams for the
finals.
most part.
Well, yeah, I mean,
One-man team.
That was the day. That was the era at the end. But in the finals, he faced and against the Utah Jazz, he faced Carmelo and John Stockton.
Yep.
Which was the Spurs before the Spurs. They played the Seattle Supersonics '96 with Gary Payton and Sean Kemp, which is like they won like 64 games. '93, they played Charles Barkley, who was the MVP of the league, and I think
nobody.
Huh?
Barkley and no one, right? Barkley and nobody. Barkley,
What he
Kevin
was
Johnson,
getting
and
Kevin
nobody.
Johnson is not the
MVP.
one. Kevin Johnson is not no
Barkley,
one.
Kevin Johnson, and nobody. But okay, go
Dan
ahead.
Marley is
Marley.
no slouch.
Dan Marley was an
Marley.
average player, bro. Stop the cap.
What?
He was an average player, bro.
Bro, but they
And
still
you
got
know
60
the
plus
equivalent
games.
of Dan Marley? Dan Marley was like Danny Green of this era, bro. I'll give you a comparison.
What?
Danny Green. Yeah. That's
You
just
didn't
facts,
watch
bro.
basketball, man. You didn't
And,
watch
and I'm not even talking about the defense because he plays defense and Dan Marley was offense, but just the level of play, yeah, Danny Green. Danny Green.
Dan Marley didn't have defense? Are you saying that?
No, he didn't. No.
Wow.
Who did Dan Marley stop, bro? What?
Wow.
Come on, bro.
Dan Marley
The
was
same
such
guy.
a great defender. Dan Marley was such a great defender that the GM of the Bulls wanted Dan Marley on the team. And because Jordan know that the GM wanted him, every time he plays against Dan Marley, he used to kill him.
I remember
So in
that,
Phoenix,
yeah.
how come he didn't clamp him up in the finals? How come he didn't even defend him in the finals? They didn't even put Dan Marley on Jordan in the finals.
Are you asking that, man? He was guarding Jordan. He couldn't do
No,
nothing.
he wasn't guarding Jordan, bro.
Jordan was motivated to kill Dan Marley because
He
the
wasn't,
GM
bro.
of the Bulls liked him. And then Marley left Phoenix and then went to Miami to play with Alonzo and Tim Hardaway. Right?
He didn't guard him in the
Yeah.
finals, bro.
Yeah.
Man, okay.
No, he tried
didn't.
to
I
guard
watched-
him.
Yeah.
I think he just couldn't. Couldn't
Yeah.
do it.
That's
He
why
wasn't even on him, bro. He wasn't.
See, the thing is,
I read.
I saw those games, so I know.
I watched them too. I watched them too, bro. I don't
Yeah,
think
on
you watched
YouTube.
them, bro.
On YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube. It's the same shit, bro. What are we talking about?
Yeah, okay.
Same shit.
That's not the same.
But not great players, man. Not great players. Not stacked teams. And when you talk about all those teams, BJ, you got to mention how Jordan had an all-time great top 10 player in the league next to him called Scottie
That stack
Pippen.
team almost
Pippen.
lost twice. Almost
Top
lost
10
twice
player in the league. And you know how many
That's
years, you know how many times Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan are the only two guys that they made the most all first teams, both of them at the same time. You know how many times? See, Bruce, you're taking it somewhere else, Bruce, because it ain't about points. Scottie Pippen was a point forward and he was a defender. He's playmaking, he was playmaking, rebounding, defending, and he was still dropping 17 points a game. So it ain't even about that. Whole round game, holistic game, Bruce. Don't be talking about points, but hold up. But they made the all first team. They made many all first team, both of them at the same time, which means many seasons that they won the championship, they had the top two of the top 5 players in the league. You know how many times that's happened? It happened when Kobe and Shaq were on the same team, and I don't even think it ain't happened since, bro. So that's what we're talking about when we talk about dominance, three-peats. It ain't no coincidence. When you got 2 top 5 players in the league, you three-peating out here. But that ain't the same. Dwayne Wade and LeBron James were never top first team All NBA at the same time. Dwayne Wade and Kyrie Irving were never All NBA first team at the same time. But Jordan got Pippen multiple seasons All NBA first team at the same time. So we talking about that, and then you telling me you bringing up dudes like Gary Payton and Dan Marley out here, right? Come on, man. Let's be honest. Gary Payton didn't even guard Michael Jordan for the first couple games in that series, man. So that's ridiculous. In the finals. Come on, man. That's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. So when we talk about teams, let's acknowledge how good Jordan's team was. Let's acknowledge that. I'm not saying that Jordan wasn't great, but let's acknowledge how much better his team was than the next one, bro. That's all I need to say. That's all I wanted to say.
It wasn't really. So let's look at his team. Let's look at his full team. What was the starting 5 on the Bulls?
What year?
Which season?
90 from like 90, the early 90s. What was the starting 5 for the Bulls?
You got John Paxson. I think.
Jordan.
On the early 90s, they got guys like Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, John Paxson, Cartwright, or B.J. Armstrong, which one you want to pick.
Look at Cartwright shooting and come back.
Yeah.
So
that's his fifth
how
guy.
would you grade that? How would you grade
What?
that starting 5?
Grade that starting 5. When you compare it to the league, that's the best starting 5 in the league, bro.
Oh my
you
God!
compare it to the league at the time.
Did you see Bill Cartwright shooting? Look at it.
When you compare it, we're not the Bulls were not defined by Bill Cartwright. They had Horace Grant, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan. Okay, you understand?
Did you see John Paxson defense? Did you see John Paxson play defense?
Okay, you can add John Paxson. He's in the starting five too, but
And
he's all right. He was an
he
okay
wasn't
defender.
even finishing
Why?
the game. They put BJ Armstrong to finish the games because
Yeah, because
Jonathan
B.J.
Davis
Armstrong
was
he was a
putrid.
good defender. Okay, but he was a shooter, right? Paxson was a shooter, man. He was a playmaker too.
They were putting B.J. Matthews in the game to finish.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, B.J. Armstrong, yeah, and he was solid. He was solid. He was a great shooter.
Bulls, bro.
What?
If I
Oh,
was
B.J.
next to Michael
Matthews.
Jordan-
Yeah,
if
they were
I was
putting
next
B.J.
to Jordan, I
Matthews.
could play point for the Bulls. Man. That's how easy his job was. B.J. Armstrong's job, bro.
Who was on the bench for the Bulls?
B.J. Armstrong was a great shooter, man. Let's not underrate B.J. Armstrong. He led the league
Who
in
was
3-point
on the
percentage.
bench for the Bulls? If there was a stacked team, who was on the bench on the Bulls?
Hey, first off, we're talking about a stacked top heavy. First off, see how you take it somewhere else? You take it somewhere else when we talk about they have 2 of the top 5 players in the league. That already means they're stacked, Bruce.
Yeah.
Let's not
What?
go to the bench, Bruce. That
What?
means they're stacked. What?
So two players can make a stack team. So Charles Barkley and Kevin Johnson.
2 of the top.
Kyrie Pippen
was
and
Kevin? Hey, Bruce, was Kevin Johnson top 5 player in the league?
Kevin Johnson was a great player.
Never a top 5 player in the league, though, right? That's my point.
Johnson was a great
That's
player.
my point. Exactly.
Kevin Johnson was an elite guard. He was a he was an all-star.
Was he top 5 player in the league, bro? Was he top 5 player in the league?
He's about top 10, top 15. He was kind of like Trae Young.
Kevin Johnson is not Trae Young, bro. Come on.
Okay.
No.
Kind of
Man,
like
this guy didn't see Kevin Johnson.
I understand Kevin Johnson was good for his time. He was a great point guard. But when you say he was top 5 in the league, I ask you, when was he a top 5 player in the league? Because that's what we're measuring it by, right? We're talking about Scottie Pippen. Kevin Johnson is not a top 75 player all time. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He was a great player for his time, all-star, one of the best point guards. There's a difference, though.
So John Stockton is not top 75. Karl Malone is not top 75.
Yup. Okay. And that was the only team, and they met him twice, right? And they lost by 40 points one game in the finals, right? John Stockton averaged 9 points a game for one finals. They lost by 40 points. Do you know that, Bruce? Do you remember that game? Where they lost by 40 points in the finals?
Celtics used to beat the Lakers by 40-30, and they still won the championship. What are you talking about?
You had the Lakers back in 1991, where that team was not old. You still have Magic Johnson.
What about the injuries? James Worthy injured.
Michael
Cooper.
You still have
Cooper
Magic
didn't
Johnson.
play.
But that team was good. That team was good enough to go to the finals, and you still have Magic Johnson, who was only 31 years old.
Okay. I'm looking at Kevin Johnson.
They were injured though.
Because you lack stats. You lack stats, young Africa. Kevin Johnson was 5-time All-NBA.
Okay. How many first teams? Can you tell me how many first teams? Can you tell me how many first teams? Though?
Steph Curry was second team a couple times too, so that doesn't mean anything.
I'm just asking a question, bro.
0 first team. That doesn't mean anything.
First team means you're top 5. This is the conversation we're having, my brother. Why are you mad at the question? That's the conversation, man.
Whatever, man. So LeBron, it was not top 5 last year, right?
No, he wasn't. He was top 15 according to the NBA.
No, I'm asking you. Was LeBron top 5? Because from what you're saying, he was not top 5. You have to be first team. So LeBron was not top 5 last year, right?
According to the people that voted, he wasn't top 5.
No. According to you, you said that's what you said.
Okay,
so LeBron was
he wasn't
not top 5
5.
last year. What?
Man, the difference is, right, that I saw LeBron play last season. I didn't see Kevin Johnson play in his All-NBA teams. I didn't see the whole season, right?
So you don't know when you said Michael Jordan didn't play against didn't play a good team because you didn't see him. But you said
watched the final series. I watched the finals, though. I watched all the games in the finals. I watched them games. I really watched them, bro. You switching. I really did. No, I'm not. I'm just telling you how it is, man. You mad, Bruce? Because I got the answers, man.
I'm mad. You got the answers. Okay, Kanye.
Okay. Hey, that's just the facts, man. This era and that era, when we talk about the level of players, and we talk about, especially when we talk about the God play of the 90s, the God play of the 90s compared to the God play now.
Did you see Tatum in the finals?
He was injured, bro. He was injured.
He wasn't injured.
That's what Jason Tatum said, bro. He said my wrist was fractured before the series, man.
He wasn't.
That's what he said.
Yeah,
That's what he
cap.
said.
I heard that.
Jimmy
That's
Butler
cap.
was injured too.
Jimmy was
Oh,
injured. You're right.
So you don't believe him? You don't believe Jason Tatum, huh? He said that.
He wasn't hurt.
I said, but you gotta understand, people play with injuries all the time.
Okay, he did, and he was playing with the injury, just to let you know why he couldn't go to the rim and finish, bro. We could see that, right? Everyone saw that.
When Curry lost in 2016, he was injured too, right?
Who?
Steph Curry.
When Curry what?
When Curry lost in 2016,
he was injured.
You mean when LeBron James had the greatest comeback in finals history? Is that what you're talking about? Is that the series? I'm just asking for clarity. Is that the series we're talking about?
Yeah, that series.
Okay. Was he injured? Did he come out and say he was injured? When did he say that? I don't remember him saying that. Did he say that?
Because he's not Tatum. Tatum looking for excuses.
No. So why are you bringing up he's injured when he didn't even say it himself, bro?
I didn't bring it up. You said that. I didn't bring the Tatum injury. You brought it up.
No, Jason Tatum brought it up. I didn't know he was injured until he said so.
Oh my God! Who brought it up to me now? You just brought it up to me.
I did, and I said the reason why he played so because you brought up Jason Tatum ain't a great player this era. Jason Tatum ain't good because he played bad in the finals. Well, he got him to the finals, right? Didn't he sweep Kevin Durant? Didn't he beat Giannis? He did that, right? He did that too. Didn't he beat Jimmy Butler, the guy you hype up so much, top 5, whatever you're talking about? He beat all them guys, bro. So what are we talking about when he was healthy? He did that, right, Bruce? He did that, right?
Jimmy was hurt.
No, okay, but he did that, right, Bruce? He did all that. He did. The guy that ain't that good.
And I know. And he scored
Kevin
2
Durant
points.
and Kyrie Irving.
And he scored 2 points in the last game.
Yep.
Right?
Okay.
Right?
All that.
Right?
Both can be true, though. Both can be true. He did all that,
Both
and you got to give him credit. And then you can be critical of his finals performance too.
All right, Young Africa, I want to ask you a question though.
Okay.
So with Michael Jordan, right? You say we should give the team more credit, but why are you not giving Jason Tatum's team more credit? And you're trying to give all the credit to Jason Tatum. I'm
not trying to give all the credit to Jason Tatum. I'm just saying
he was
the leader of the team.
You kept saying he.
He was the best player on the team. He was the best player on that team, my brother. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So Michael Jordan was the best player on this team.
Okay.
So why you didn't give Michael Jordan that same credit?
What? When did I take credit away from Jordan, bro? I was just talking about the competition we went up against. Hey, first of all, the whole world been giving Jordan credit, bro. We talking about Jordan not getting enough credit now? Come on, bro. He been known as the GOAT for 30 years. He's the only GOAT. You know, before Jordan, there was a new GOAT every decade. Every decade or two, there was a new GOAT. But Jordan's been the only GOAT that's been just certified GOAT for 30 years straight, as if no one even came close, as if he's just the standard of perfection. And that ain't true. That ain't true. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. No, he ain't.
There's nobody's got. There's got people got.
First off, I could ask the question: when did he pass Kareem in the GOAT conversation? I could ask that question. When did Jordan pass Kareem? How did he pass Kareem? How?
Now you want to say Kareem. Now you want to say Kareem.
Hey, first off, you never asked me. Nah. You never asked me for my top 3, Bruce. You never asked me for my top 3, but you might be offended.
I know your top 3. I know your top 3.
When did Jordan?
Hey, LeBron.
I know your top 3. Your number one is LeBron. Your second is Raymond, and your third is James.
Ramon, you're funny, Bruce. You're funny.
I think what you said. Hey. Here's the thing about it, bro. I think with Jordan, he's just, if you look at everything, the totality of his career, if you want to put Kareem ahead of Jordan, fine. But there's only 2 people I can say could be above Jordan. That's Kareem and maybe Bill Russell. But there's no one else that has surpassed him. Kobe got close, but he didn't surpass Jordan. And LeBron, the finals record and all the others, I don't think he's above Jordan.
Okay, where you got LeBron out of curiosity in all time? You got him in top 5 all time?
I got him 5.
Hell no.
Okay, wow. Okay, shit.
I got him 5.
I ain't mad at that. 5.
Heck no. Shit. Heck no.
Where you got him, Bruce?
LeBron is like
Hey Bruce, come on, keep it real, Bruce. Too, keep it real. You see what this man has done for 20 years.
LeBron is like 6 or 7.
That's
okay.
fair.
Well, why you say hell no so strongly when he said 5 and you got him 6 or 7? Come on.
Heck no, man. He's 6 or 7.
Hey, so 6 or 7. First of all, that ain't a big difference. But who you got ahead of LeBron, man?
I have
6 or 7
Larry
means. You got a
Bird.
lot of.
I have Larry Bird.
See, that's where we start. So you don't even have LeBron as the best small forward of all time. He's not even the
Heck
best
no.
small forward. Oh
Heck
my
no.
God. See, this is the cap I'm talking about, bro.
Okay,
That's crazy.
if you're gonna die, who's gonna shoot?
It ain't about shooting, bro. Who do
It's
you
not
want in
about
that
shooting.
game? It ain't about. Hey,
Isn't shooting-
I admit,
isn't shooting
Larry
part of
Bird
basketball?
Larry Bird is a better shooter than LeBron. That ain't no discovery. That ain't no
Okay.
unique thing to say.
If you have a free
Okay.
throw, who's gonna shoot?
Who's the better? Okay, Larry Bird. But who do you want the ball in their hands
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
to run your offense? You want Larry Bird to run your
Larry
offense?
Bird.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Larry Bird.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
When was Larry Bird initiating the offense for Boston Celtics, bro? Hey, BJ
my
knows that
God.
this is cap right now, but he just leading back. But it's all good.
Hey,
It's all
you
good.
need
But
to
go ahead.
update your YouTube, man. You need to update your
What?
YouTube because you
What?
haven't. You need to go watch Larry Bird. Okay, update your YouTube.
Larry Bird was a great passer and he was a great scorer, but he wasn't initiating offenses, bro. He wasn't bringing the
Are
ball
you
up the
kidding
court.
me? Are you kidding me?
No, he was a hell of a passer, man.
He was a great passer. I just said that, but he ain't.
Yeah.
He ain't.
He did everything.
Yeah.
He was really LeBron before LeBron. He just minus the athleticism, and he wasn't somebody. He was quick. Larry Bird was cat quick, so he wasn't like he was just a flat-footed white dude out there. Like,
You know what? I said 6 or 7. That's too high, man. I'm thinking about it. I have Akeem.
Hakeem ahead of LeBron. Come
Yes,
on, bro.
Akeem,
That's
Laurie.
disrespectful. That's
That's
disrespectful right there.
disrespectful. You didn't watch Hakeem play, man. You didn't watch Hakeem
I
play.
did.
LeBron.
Hey, I got Hakeem in my top 10. I got a mad respect for Hakeem as an African. I got mad respect for Hakeem, but he is not better than LeBron James.
He's better than
Stop the cap.
LeBron by a
Stop the
mile.
cap. LeBron James. You know what it is. Hey, doubtless. Where you got LeBron in your all time
Tim
list?
Duncan
Where
is
you got
better than LeBron.
I got
Tim
him
Duncan
fourth.
is better than LeBron.
Fourth? I ain't mad at that.
arguing that.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
I mean, if he passes, if he gets the record,
I won't argue.
I might put him third.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
By his end of his career, the longevity is gonna look crazy. I'm telling y'all, he's gonna be top. He's gonna be the highest point scorer all time. He's gonna be top 5 in assists. He's gonna be top 10 in steals. He's gonna be top 10 in rebounds. Oh my God! Like he's
All right,
just gonna have amazing stats, bro.
Let me ask you a
Amazing
question real quick.
longevity.
Udonis Haslem has longevity too. So
Yeah, and what did he do? My man, he averages 5 points a game.
Udonis Haslem is top 8. His longevity.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. You embarrassing yourself, bro.
That's
Come
what
on,
you
bro.
said. You said longevity.
Come on, bro.
Playing
Nah,
that long.
come
So Udonis
Wait,
Haslem
Young
is top
Africa.
8.
So what if LeBron keeps playing, right? And all these seasons, like let's say he plays 4 or 5 years, and in all those 4 or 5 years he has a losing record.
All that means is losing record means he doesn't win a championship, right? Which means he hasn't added to his
Longevity of
legacy.
losing.
He hasn't added to his legacy. That's what that means. That just means he's still an all-time great. He just hasn't added to his legacy. That's all.
But
longevity of losing.
But that does not kind of degrade.
What is it
his
degrade?
legacy?
So what standard are we talking about? No, it can't degrade because what you've done is what you've done, right? You already built the body of work that you've built, so it is done, right? So you can't degrade it. And so this is my question to you, my brother. What standard have we held in the past? What standard have we held 37-year-old NBA players, and what standard do you hold LeBron to? Because you're holding LeBron to a prime standard, is what it sounds like.
I'm holding LeBron to the standard he set for himself.
Right.
I'm keeping the same energy.
I'm holding them to
We're keeping that same energy.
I'm holding LeBron to top 5 standards. I mean, what are the standards I'm supposed to hold him to?
Exactly.
Top 5 what? Top 5 all-time standards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at 37 years old?
No.
Bro, we're not looking at his age.
That's what I'm saying. Because that's the context. That's the context that we're talking about. At 37, did we hold Jordan to top 5 standard when he was in Washington Wizards?
So
did we do that?
What about Chris Paul? What about Chris Paul? Do you hold him to that standard too?
No one said top 5 standards at 37. We're talking about top 5 standards all time. What is it? Where do we rank him top 5 all time? That's how we rank
Yes, but the brother was questioning. So if the next couple seasons, right, if he doesn't win, losing seasons, puts up the stats, but he loses, does that take away from his legacy? I'm saying no.
Now,
But
I'm not
that,
saying
but
take
really,
away
that question
from the
compares to
legacy.
the standard of what you're comparing him to, what you're holding him to. You know, it really depends on that
So
to
we're
answer that
gonna
question.
keep the standards for 37 when he scores, when he
Right.
break the records. But when he
Got you.
doesn't win, we don't hold that standard. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I'm saying that no one expects a 37-year-old NBA player, even a person like LeBron James, to drop 30
Yeah.
points a game for a whole season. And so
You mean
that's an
the
amazing achievement. That's an
you mean
amazing
the
achievement.
stats padding?
That's what
The
I'm
stat
saying.
padding? The stats
See,
padding?
yeah, you can call it what you want, bros. It is what it is. He was the second leading scorer in the league. Second leading
Stats
scorer in the
padding.
league.
Stats
In the whole
padding.
NBA.
Stats
Yep.
Bro, he
padding.
was not
Hey,
second.
if
Stop
if
it. He didn't play enough games.
he was without the
didn't play-
whole. Oh,
he
yeah,
didn't
he
play
didn't
enough
play like
games.
one game, right? There was 1 or 2 games
was
where he would have
2
been eligible,
games.
right? Okay,
Yeah,
come
2.
on, bro. Whatever,
You
man.
you
Okay.
said it's not
So we're
about
just gonna
scoring.
erase his
But
30
now
points a
it's
game.
about scoring. Then you just said it was not about scoring.
8 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1
Man,
block
you
on
remember
50%
everything.
shooting.
You know his social
Yep.
security. You know his
Yeah,
birthday.
I'm just telling you the facts. 1
Man, you
All right,
know
steal,
what was his,
1
everything.
what was
block,
his efficiency from the
50%.
what was his efficiency from the free throw line?
75%, something like that. Well, what was it?
Okay.
What are you trying to say? What are you
Nah,
trying to say?
you're only saying the good stuff, but you're not saying the mediocre
What?
stuff. You're only saying
75%. That's average. That's
It's
true. He ain't the
mediocre.
greatest 3.
it's mediocre.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
And bring up
All right. Michael
bring
Jordan.
up his
Michael Jordan's
record.
3-point shooting was mediocre.
Nah,
Okay.
bring up
So
his-
there's no such thing as a perfect player. Is all I got to say to that, man. we expect perfection from Jordan. LeBron. That's amazing. That's amazing. We don't even hold the same standard to Jordan.
I expect LeBron to be compared to all the other greats. That the same standard I hold him to, I'm gonna hold LeBron to.
Okay. So what was Kareem doing at 37 years old?
winning the championship.
I mean, they want. I mean, my question is back to you. What was they doing before they got to 37 years old? What were they doing before they got to that
the
age?
same thing that LeBron was doing, going to the finals, winning chips. That's what they were doing.
Well, Kareem won 6.
Yep.
LeBron won
Okay, he
4.
did. Okay. Hey, LeBron ain't done yet, first of all. But okay.
Wait.
Wait, you
just said
think he's gonna win a
LeBron is done.
championship again?
You said that what 37-year-old we looking to, we can't hold him to that standard. So you think LeBron's gonna win more chips?
I do believe he's going to win at least one more before his career is over. Definitely.
With who?
Yes. Definitely. Yes, I do. I
With
do.
Terry
And that's
Cole.
why I've been telling y'all, what do you mean? With Anthony Davis, the man
With
he's already
Terry
done
Cole.
it with. How about that? How about hey,
he's
that's why I
Terry
keep saying
Cole.
y'all better hope that LeBron doesn't win 6 titles, because if
I
he
think-
does
I think-
and he
I
ends his
think-
career with 6 assists, this conversation is
I
over.
think this is
It's over.
LeBron last year with the Lakers.
Yeah, me too.
He just signed a 2-year extension, bro. Bruce.
No,
Stop tapping.
with
Nah, the
2
second
years
year is
extension with
the
one
second year is
1 year.
optional.
1-year play option.
Yeah.
Watch.
After this
I
year,
think it's
though,
the
he got
last
this year and next
I think-
season, right? He wasn't a free agent this offseason, bro. So he still got 1 year left on his old deal. Then he got another year left on his next deal. So that's 2 seasons, bro.
Are you sure?
Nah,
I thought
this
it was-
this
Yeah,
was
okay.
last season.
1 year in optional, brother.
Next
No.
year
he's
is
gonna be
optional.
39, bro.
He wasn't a free agent. LeBron was not a free agent this offseason when he signed, bro.
Bro,
It would have
pull
been
up the
all the news if
contract.
he was a free agent.
No, he's gonna be
I'm
39.
just telling. Was LeBron James a free agent this season? He was not, man.
Bro, pull
He
up
was
the
going into the
contract.
last year of his deal, and so he still got that deal and he extended another 2. I'm telling y'all.
Africa, he's gonna be 39 years old. And
Bro, this is next year's gonna be optional.
he ain't winning another one. He's gonna be 39.
Y'all ain't listening, but sorry. Yeah, he's 39. Yeah, what did he just do when he was 36, man?
That's the difference from 39, man.
Yeah, he was
okay.
playing injured Miami Heat in the bubble. That's what he was doing.
Yeah.
But
Tyler Hero.
Bruce, doesn't it get tiring to just hate all day, Bruce? It's like that. It gets tiring, bro.
Doesn't
It's
it
bad
get
for the
tiring
heart. It's
to
bad for the
lie?
heart, man.
To lie
Yeah,
about
I mean-
LeBron.
No, because I see the disrespect that LeBron gets, right, when we talk about the GOAT and the
Disrespect.
greatest, and the disrespect, really, because people out here holding the
How is
last
it
2 seasons on him.
for stating the truth? How is it
The disrespect is the last 2 seasons they've been holding it against him that he hasn't won the championship, right? Last season, when did LeBron
That's
win
what
the
he
finals
said.
and all that?
He said keep that same energy. Didn't he say that?
He did say that.
Okay, so I'm keeping the energy.
Keeping that energy, but why are you questioning his whole career? I can say that LeBron
Questioning
James and
his whole career.
Lakers.
I haven't said anything about his whole career.
Well, why you bring up 2011 so much, man?
Wait, 2011 never happened?
Yeah, I'm just asking you a question, but why you bring it up a lot?
I know
But
he
it's all
hurt.
good.
I know he hurts LeBron fans, right? That's why I say it.
So you tell me, BJ, if LeBron wins 2 more titles, right, and ends his career 6-6, what does that say? Does he become the certified GOAT? Is that just certified GOAT status, or what? What do you?
He's not winning that. Not even.
And
on
he's the
2K.
Finals MVP, both those rings,
Yeah.
That's
and he
a
doesn't.
lot of wishful thinking, man.
Yeah, no. If it does, just entertain my thoughts, bro. If it does, how you measuring up his career, man? He got 6 titles, he got 6 losses, he got 12 finals appearances in 20-something seasons.
That would be make him the top 2. Literally top 2. I don't think there's nothing he can do to surpass Jordan, man.
That's the bias I'm talking about, bro. He can 3-peat and he can't. So what about a 3-peat? A 3-peat?
Giving him
A 3-peat?
bro.
3-peat.
A 3-peat? I'm just saying.
Time.
You've given him time.
I've given this man
But Young
18
Africa.
years.
This man made 10 finals and it ain't no. So it's a 3-peat and he has 7 titles.
How many
Is that enough?
defensive player
I just want to know what is enough. I just need to know what's enough, right? 7 titles, is that enough?
No, I want him to win 2011.
Zero
A
losses.
3-peat. A 3-peat with AD. A
I want him
3-peat with
to win.
AD ain't enough, right?
3-peat with
A
AD.
3-peat with AD ain't enough, right, BJ? That's
Yeah.
what you saying.
Titles, it's the
Terry
losses, man. It's the
Terry
losses
Cole.
he accumulated.
It's the
Those aren't-
losses. This is why.
Those losses aren't coming off, man.
Yeah.
Yo, that's why it's amazing. We don't count the 9 season that Jordan didn't make the finals as losses. We should count them as losses too, right? So really, he's 6-9 in his career. 6-9.
Oh my God. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so
6
are we
and
gonna
9.
count?
Because we counted losses, right? Losing in the first round is worse than losing in the finals. So he's 6-9.
Okay, are we gonna count? LeBron didn't win the last 2 years, so we're gonna count
You
that.
can count all that. So LeBron is 4-15.
Ooh,
Bro, that don't
and
make
he's
no
the GOAT?
sense, bro. Yeah.
You can count that. You can count that if you want.
That don't make no sense, bro. Come on, man.
Come
But
on,
Young
man.
Africa, you want us to elevate LeBron if he wins more championships, but you don't want us to bump him down when he doesn't when he comes up short.
That's my point, though.
That's my problem.
No. Yeah, and you know my problem with that is that losing is a part of sports. So when you talk about losing, right? Yeah, losing isn't as good as winning. But losing in the first round to Detroit and Boston like Jordan did ain't the same as LeBron going to
Detroit.
See,
Jordan never lost in the first round to Detroit.
Boston. I said Boston.
He said Boston.
I said Boston. I said Boston. And I said Detroit losing to these teams, right? We don't hold it against him for losing to these dynasty teams. But when you talk about Jordan or LeBron, and you know what you say about the losses? We talk about Jordan or LeBron's losses, but we don't talk about how he took the worst team ever in 07 to the finals at 22 years old, and we hold it against him, and we talk about 6 losses, but there's no context. That's what's amazing, bro. Worst team ever, Bruce. Yes, worst team ever. Drew Gooden, Ilgauskas, Pavlovich, Gibson, worst team ever, bro. What are you talking about?
They won 60+ games, though, right?
No, they didn't. They won 50 games.
What year did they win 60+ games?
A couple of seasons after that. And that's LeBron James. That's all LeBron's greatness that won those games, bro. What are we talking about? What did they do? What did they do? What did they do when LeBron left?
So hold on. So you're selling. First of all, you remembered LeBron didn't make the playoffs his first 2 years. So while you're saying that you're saying that Michael Jordan got eliminated in the first round, LeBron didn't make the playoffs.
Okay.
So
and Jordan was getting swept. Jordan was getting swept.
Jordan pushed his team farther with LeBron.
Oh, see, so that's my point. So now we give credit for Jordan getting to the first round and getting swept, but LeBron making the finals is a negative to you, BJ. Come on, bro.
No, I'm saying
bro.
You're hanging your hat. You're hanging your hat on him losing in the first round. When really, nobody really remembers him losing in the first round. Nobody remembers.
Bro, the Jordan fans don't. Because they erased that from their memory, bro. They erased that from their memory. It's only 6-0. You only played 6 seasons to Jordan fans.
No, I think
wild out here.
I think it is. I think what it is right there. I think what it is, honestly, bro. Like LeBron fans can't erase that 6 finals losses, so they try to compensate by saying, "Oh, look what Jordan did. He lost in the first round." Like
Yeah.
nobody says that, bro.
Hey,
Like,
what's worse? What's worse though? Losing in the first round
Losing
or losing in the finals?
Losing
What's
the
worse?
finals is worse.
No,
Losing in the this is why you guys are embarrassing when it comes to talking about sports and competition. Losing in the finals is worse than losing in the first round. That's embarrassing, bro. What y'all be talking about?
Getting swept
Bro,
in the finals.
cut the talking about sports, bro. That's embarrassing, man.
Which one you
Competition is about winning, and so we value winning. But when it comes to the finals appearances, that's worse. That's embarrassing, bro.
Getting swept.
Doubtless, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Doubtless. What's worse, getting swept in the finals or getting swept in the first round? What's worse, Doubtless? What's worse?
I think what's worse is who do you think went home feeling worse? LeBron James. Who do you think went home feeling worse?
Nah, it ain't about feelings. It ain't about feelings, bro.
No, it is. Because
it ain't about feelings.
No. I
don't know.
I'm getting to a point. You're telling me which one's worse, and I'm telling you I would rather be Jordan dropping 60 something as a rookie over LeBron being a 7-8 year player going the way how he did against the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, how about the 07? Hey, so you're gonna measure 07 LeBron. You're gonna measure LeBron at 07 losing to the Spurs, and you're saying that dropping 60 in a loss is better?
No,
what?
I'm talking about what he did in the
getting swept and dropping 60 in a loss.
I'm talking about the 11 finals. I'm not talking about 07. I'm not talking about 07. I know what 07 he did. I'm talking about what he did in 11. You were younger at 07, but you got farther than what you did in 11. Which you were supposed to be more experienced and more seasoned and more actually able to handle the pressure. You got beat out worse in that series, and you played worse in that series than you did when you were 4 years younger. So you're hustling backwards.
Hey, game 4, 8 points.
That's terrible, man.
Once again, he did that. He did that, but
he let Dwayne Wade down in that series, man.
Hey,
8 points.
LeBron James making the finals is worse than losing in the first round. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing.
Swept. I said getting swept.
So
getting blown off your own home court is worse.
LeBron has 6 participations.
That losing in the finals. See, this is the bias. Y'all exposing yourselves, but go ahead, keep talking. Y'all exposing yourselves.
Wait, let me ask you a question. Would you rather lose in the first round or go all the way to the finals and get blown off on your own home court?
I'd rather go to the finals, bro, because it's competition. It don't matter what happens, bro. I went further than the dude that lost in the first round, which means I did better. That's what that means. In the life of competition, sometimes you lose, bro. If you've ever played sports, you understand that you lose sometimes, and so that's part of sports. But you don't swerve. You don't swerve the challenge. You don't swerve greatness. You don't swerve the opportunity at greatness because you don't want to lose. That's what punks do. So you're talking like a bunch of punks out here saying it's worse to go to the finals and lose than go to the first round, bro. That's embarrassing, bro.
Young Africa, you're talking about competition, right? In 2018, after game 1, was the series competitive?
Bro, I don't care what y'all talking about when y'all talking about it's worse to lose in the finals, and you said it's worse to lose in the finals, bro.
You said
it's all about competition.
Bottom line is all this stuff about what's worse and what's this, what's that. The bottom line is one guy lost more, and that's LeBron, to the guy who lost less, which was Jordan. If we're gonna talk about wins and losses, that's the argument.
It ain't all about wins and losses on that level because there's context to wins and losses. Wins and losses are a team achievement, and there's context to what happens with a team achievement. Because why did
context? We never talked about context until it came with LeBron, bro. Honestly, we never did. Everybody, when people lose, before notice, when people used to lose, they just lost and went home and took their L's on the chin. But it's only been since LeBron we got to put context attached to it.
Right, Jerry West lost like 9 finals.
Come on,
man.
And
you got to put the context. You got to put the context to that too.
What's the context?
Who did he lose to? He lost to Bill Russell and the greatness of Bill Russell. That's the context, bro. What are we talking about?
Nobody talks about that, man. Nobody talks about. They say Jerry West lost 9 finals and that's it.
Right.
No one talks about Bill Russell. He played against a top-notch team. No one talks about Oscar Robertson.
If there was a player today,
nobody talks about that. When it comes to LeBron, we got to explain everything.
Context, because it matters in life. Context matters, bro. It ain't just about wins and losses. It's context. Come on, BJ. You played sports, BJ. Come on, bro. Wins and losses ain't all even, bro. Come on, man. You know it, man.
What you want me to do, though? What you want me to do?
I want you to contextualize. I want you to contextualize. No one's talking about. No one's talking about that.
How about this? Well, what about this? What about when LeBron had the upper hand and he won, but those other teams were outmatched? Look at the OKC Thunder when in 2012. When they were
outmatched,
they were
3 Hall of Famers on that team.
Bro, you count James Harden, young James Harden. Come on, bro. Babies.
It was a babies, and they got beat out. If every team you face in the finals, most likely one team's gonna be outmatched, but that's just how it is. But it doesn't take away the losses that they had accumulated.
Yep, and for Jordan, he always outmatched the other team in the finals, right? That's context. That's context.
Yeah, because it was Jordan. If you look at the teams, like you said with LeBron, let's be fair. You said LeBron, the reason why 07, the Cavs were good they were because of LeBron's greatness. That's what you said. So what's wrong with me telling you that Jordan, the reason why they were favored in those finals because of Jordan's greatness?
I wouldn't disagree, but I will tell you this, right? It was also his team because the difference is right, that 07 team. I'm trying to have a conversation with y'all, but y'all always mad at the fact. The difference is that 07 team, they had no all-stars on that team. They had no what we would call even an all-star level player, let alone a great player, right? But Jordan in the 80s, right, did not take his team further than expectations once. Not once did he take him further than what expectations. And coming across great teams like LeBron did when he came across the Detroit Pistons, for example, well, the early 2000s. So that's what I mean. And so when we talk about the greatness of Jordan, right, it's a contextual greatness. The context is once he gets Scottie Pippen, an All-NBA top 5 player in the league, he begins to dominate. Why? Because the NBA has always been the level of players in the team that you are is how you win, bro. You have to have the best team to win, not the best individual player, but the best team. And you know what they had? They had the best individual player, and they had the best defensive player, and which means they had the best team, bro. They had the best offensive player in Jordan. They had the best defensive player in the league in Scottie Pippen. And so what happens? 6-peat happens, bro. 6-0 is what happens. And then they have guys like Tony Kukoc. They have the best three-point shooter in the league, and Steve Kerr. They got the best coach in the league, in Phil Jackson. And then they get Dennis Rodman, the best rebound in the league. And so that's what happens. That's literally what happens.
Okay,
now,
so let me.
So that's the context. It's not taken away from Jordan's greatness. He added to that greatness. But without Jordan, you saw what happened, bro. And that's an amazing example that we do have when he went and played baseball. We saw Scottie Pippen take that team to the second round. He was second in MVP voting that season, and they were one whack call away versus the New York Knicks from making the conference finals, bro. And LeBron has never had a team like that.
That's all cap. That's a cap, but
never.
Go ahead, Bruce. Go ahead,
Bruce. That's not all cap. What is all cap? Come on, man.
I will finish after. Go ahead, Bruce.
Okay.
You talk like Scottie Pippen was like the second coming of Kareem, Larry Bird.
You know where I got Scottie? I got him top 35 all time.
How many points? How many points? When I say how many points Scottie Pippen scored, you was like, oh, it's not all about points.
He wasn't a scorer, but he still averaged 17 points for his career. 17 points for his career.
If Jordan didn't score, that team would be in trouble. He was.
What about if Scottie? Okay.
He was the offense, and Jordan was a better defender than Scottie Pippen. Okay.
Better defender than Scottie Pippen.
Yes. Jordan won Defensive Player of the Year. How many times Scottie Pippen won that?
He was snubbed, bro. He was snubbed.
Scottie's a versatile defender.
Come on, man. Scottie was 6'8" with a 7-something wingspan, man. No. But when he says Jordan's a better defender, come on, bro. That's disrespectful to one of the best. Honestly, I got Scottie Pippen as the best.
For saying Jordan is better than Scottie Pippen?
On defense, yes, bro. On defense, yes. Scottie Pippen is the best perimeter defender of all time, bro. That's
not true. That's not true.
My God. Who's better?
Than Dennis Rodman. Scottie Pippen is not better than Dennis Rodman.
Kawhi is not a better. No.
Kawhi is just as good defender as Scottie Pippen was.
No.
Because first, Kawhi got 2 Defensive Player of the Years.
No. Hey, could Kawhi lock down Magic Johnson?
Bro, yes.
Are you kidding me?
No way. No fucking way.
First of all, are you telling me that Scottie
This
Pippen is a better defender than Kawhi Leonard?
I am saying that. I am.
Okay, so
let
me break it down for you why I can't give you that. Because one player in Kawhi can give you 25 points while playing elite defense. So that's more energy that's out for Kawhi Leonard versus Scottie Pippen, who will probably give you around 15, 16 points per game. And he focuses more of his energy on defense.
So Scottie Pippen can shut down LeBron, right?
He's not Kawhi.
No one can shut down LeBron.
Kawhi was the
Why
best
Kawhi did it?
Kawhi's the best defender on LeBron James in his whole career. They made a stat where Kawhi, when they said who's the best defender that ever played against LeBron, it was Kawhi. So Scottie Pippen is not doing that. He doesn't have the strength to do that, and he doesn't have the. He has a lot of equipment.
Doesn't have the strength.
He doesn't have the strength to guard no LeBron James. So again, like you said, he's the best defender. That's
crazy.
Number two, you said LeBron's never had a team like Jordan, bro. He's been on 3 super teams. 3.
Right, bro. Y'all capping. Hey, 3 super teams, but who are they going up against? They're going up against other super teams. Like what?
Oh my god!
Bro, you just said he never had a team like Jordan. Come on, stay on topic, young Africa.
3 super teams? Which super teams? Well, what super teams?
Miami was a super team. The team that
okay. So when we measure that up to Jordan's Bulls, what's a better team? What's a better team? What's a better team? No. Hold on. I asked a question. Now, hold on.
And lost in 2011.
Who is a better team? Jordan Bulls or that Miami Heat LeBron James team? What's the better team?
Better, bro.
Oh my God! How? Please explain to me, BJ.
First of all, you had Dwayne Wade, who's a top 5 shooting guard of all time.
Facts.
You got Chris Bosh, who was an all-star at that time. That's already 2 players that's better. Now, who's the top 3?
So you're telling me Dwayne Wade is better than Scottie Pippen all time?
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. That's debatable, but okay. And they're close too.
Debatable.
Okay. Yes, it is. It's very debatable when you talk about all-around impact. But okay, I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that. It's close though. Y'all tripping, but it's close though because we're talking about 2-way impact on the team. But it's close though. As second options, it's close though. We ain't talking about Miami Heat. We ain't talking about Dwayne Wade in with Shaq and all that. We talk about on the Miami Heat as a second option. All right. Okay. Then you go Chris Bosh, Dennis Rodman, or Chris Bosh. Who better? All time. Who better?
Chris Bosh better offensive player. Dennis Rodman better defensive player.
Who's the better player? Or who would you say is the better player?
I mean, listen. If you ask about who's the better player, one guy has lettuce with the Toronto Raptors was the number 1 option. Dennis Rodman was never number 1 option.
As the third option, as the third best player and the third Hall of Famer on a championship team, who is the better player? Who impacted winning more?
Depends what you want.
Oh man, we want to win. We want to win, BJ. You know we want to win. So you tell me, bro. You tell me who you taking, bro.
Dude, you can't have Dennis Rodman as a number 1 option because he's not a scorer.
We're not talking about number. See, you keep moving it. You keep moving it, BJ. We're talking about they're both third options on the team, bro. They're both the third most impactful player on the team.
You're trying to tell me which one has more impact. I'm telling you, if you got Dennis Rodman around a bunch of scores, it's gonna be him. But if you got no scores, you can't pick Dennis Rodman as your first option. I'm taking Chris Bosh.
Hey, you know it's Dennis Rodman. Hey, we're talking about versus each other, bro. We're talking about Miami Heat. Chris Bosh.
Bro, at that time, Dennis Rodman was not the same Dennis Rodman as he was in Detroit.
Dennis Rodman was leading the league in rebounds for Chicago, bro. Come on, stop the cap, bro.
What else could he do?
He led the league in rebounds for 3 straight all the seasons that he was playing for Chicago. What do you mean? What else did he do? He just only led the league in rebounds. What are we talking about? And not just that, he was averaging 16 rebounds, bro. Come on, man. He was averaging 6 offensive rebounds a game. You know how amazing it is to get 6 offensive rebounds a game and get 6 more possessions for Michael Jordan? My goodness, bro. Give that to LeBron, bro. I'm taking Dennis Rodman over Rodman. I'm taking Rodman over Bosh any time when it comes to role players.
Okay.
When we talk about franchise players, that's a different conversation.
I bet you will. But here's the thing.
You know I would. You would too, if you're being honest.
The entire team that the Miami Heat had was much more deeper with Mike Miller. You had Mario Chalmers. You had Ray Allen. You had
Mike Miller. What?
Yes, Mike Miller, sharpshooter Mike Miller. Yes, in that when they first.
Okay, so who better, Mike Miller or Tony Kukoc?
No. How about who's better between who's the 4th option? Because Tony Kukoc is the 4th option. So who's the 4th option for the Miami Heat? Ray Allen or Tony Kukoc? Who you taking? That's why
Ray Allen wasn't there all seasons, but obviously I'm taking Ray Allen. But he wasn't there for all the seasons at the Miami Heat. But he
was there for 2 seasons.
He won a championship with them, bro. What you talking about?
Okay. Miami Heat. Yeah, I'm taking. Okay, Ray Allen.
My point is that the Heat from top to bottom, bro. There's no way in the world you're gonna tell me that Bulls team was better. They had Michael Jordan.
They were more well-rounded.
He offset a lot of stuff on that team, bro. Michael Jordan made that team into a favorite. That's what he did. That's what he did.
He made that team to a favorite. So what was he doing? Why didn't he make the 80s Bulls into favorites then? Because we're gonna give it all to Jordan. Why didn't he do that in the 80s?
Did you see
Against Larry Bird, against Isaiah Thomas. No. Answer my question. Why didn't you do that? If we're gonna give it all to Jordan, right? It's all on Jordan, right? I'm trying to say it's a team effort. You say no. Jordan made these guys. Jordan made Pippen. Jordan made Rodman. Jordan made Luke Longley. He made all these niggas, right? So why didn't he do it in the 80s? Why didn't he do it? Why didn't he carry that team to at least the conference finals or something? Huh? No, that's your point, bro. That's your logic that you're going by, man. Come on,
he did. You know he did. That's why you gotta go back to the 80s. Why you do that in the 80s? That's why you know, because
what did he do? What did he do?
I said in the 90s, you know good and damn well that he was the reason why they were favored. So you have to go revert back to the 80s. One time when he was a rookie, you expect him as a rookie to beat that loaded Boston Celtics team. You can't judge him against no loaded Boston Celtics team, the best team of all time. One of the best.
So you expected LeBron to beat the Spurs with Ilgauskas and Gooden?
I didn't say that. I'm saying that's in your head.
Who was on the
because
Bulls?
you talk about the losses
Wait. Who's on the Bulls was better than Ilgauskas and Gooden? Who's on the Bulls when Jordan played against the Celtics?
Orlando Woodridge. Orlando Woodridge is better than Ilgauskas. Do you know Orlando Woodridge, Bruce? You asking me, man. Do you know who Orlando Woodridge was? Do you know? I guess not, huh?
Orlando Woodridge.
Yes, Orlando Woodridge. Look it up, bro.
Ilgauskas make the All-Star team?
He was way better than Ilgauskas ever wished he was, bro.
No,
Orlando Woodridge.
Didn't Ilgauskas make the All-Star team?
Yes.
Not with LeBron, but he trashed, bro. Yeah.
He ain't trash, bro. Stop that. He was not trash.
Ilgauskas was whack.
No, he was not trash.
What?
He was making up stuff, bro.
He had a couple good seasons. But like he wasn't impacting winning like that. Let's be honest, bro.
You can't. Bro. Let's stick with the 90s, bro. Again, the 90s is what the time Jordan dominated the entire league. Actually dominated the league individually since he really stepped in there. But as far as team, it was in the 90s. That's what happened. All I'm saying is, if you want to talk about, and this is all gone, the whole GOAT debate. All I'm saying is, if you look at the totality of what his whole career is, I'm taking Jordan's career over LeBron's. I'm taking his career over LeBron's easy.
I'm not mad at that, man. I'm just telling you there's context, and we kind of overrate the 6-0 because the 6-0 is a team achievement in a weak era. Like if I asked you to name me the 5 best guards of the 90s, could you do that off the top of your head? 5 best guards of the 90s? Outside of Jordan. Can you name me the next 5 best guards of the 90s, bro?
You talking about shooting guards or point
right
guards?
Off the top of your head, because I could name the 5 best guards right now easily. You know what I mean? Like,
no, you talking about shooting guards or point guards? What are you talking
about? You can mention both, but I was thinking of shooting guards. But
okay, that's easy. You got Gary Payton, you got John Stockton, you got Clyde Drexler, you got Mitch Richmond, you got who else you got?
That's
Magic
4.
Magic Johnson, of course. So it's like
he played like 1-2 seasons in the 90s, bro. Come on, man.
Bro, he played Magic Johnson in his prime, bro.
Okay, and who are the best shooting guards in the 90s? Who are the best shooting guards? So we got Michael Jordan, and then you
had Clyde Drexler, you had Mitch Richmond, you had Allen Houston, you had
Allen Houston. Okay.
Yeah, Allen Houston. You had in the 90s. Yeah, Allen Houston was a
I know he was solid. Okay, keep going.
Yeah,
but that's the third best shooting guard in the 90s. That's interesting. Keep going though. Keep going. Because this is Jordan's contemporaries, right? That are facing him at his position.
Are you talking about the early 90s or the late 90s too?
The whole 90s, bro. You can mention the whole decade.
Allen, we had Iverson. You had Ray Allen, you had Allen Iverson, you had Kobe Bryant.
We're talking about a high school Kobe in the top 5 90s shooting guards, bro. That's amazing.
He made the All-Star team in the 98 season, bro.
Come on, man. That's one season. So that makes him top 5 shooting guard of the decade, bro. Come on, man. That's a reach.
Start naming some shooting guards in that was better than him in 99.
I gotta look that up. In 99. Exactly. Let me think about that. No. In 99. Hey, first off, I know that he wasn't all NBA in 99, but let me tell you the guys that were better than him. Jason Kidd was better than Kobe. Gary Payton was better than Kobe. Hardaway was better than Kobe. Marbury was better than Kobe.
These are all people that faced Jordan, so you're helping.
Stephon Marbury was better than Kobe.
You're helping my case.
No. I'm helping you because you ain't doing a good job, bro.
No, I'm helping.
Reggie Miller was better than Kobe.
You're helping me because
Reggie Miller.
these are the people that Jordan faced, bro. That's how you're helping me.
Right.
Nah, yeah, because you didn't do a good job, bro. I gotta help you out.
Okay, so you try to make a point as in this nigga faced no competition, and you naming all the people that he faced.
Hey, when we talk about that era of gods, right? The era of God playing in this era is way better than that era.
No, it's not.
Every era has elite players, no doubt. Wait, what? No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's not.
Bro, we got dude. Yes, it is. Let me just go through them real quick. We got, and these are going to be all-time greats. But we got guys like Steph Curry, Chris Paul, James Harden, Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving. We got guys like Russell Westbrook. Dude, all in the same era, man.
So you said Steph Curry, you said Kyrie Irving, you said Dame Lillard, you said
James Harden,
Russell Westbrook, you said James Harden.
These are all-time greats. All-time greats. We ain't just naming all-stars. And we ain't naming Allen Houston, right? All-time greats. Keep going, right? I could put Luka Doncic in there. I could put I said Westbrook. Westbrook's in there.
Now Westbrook's in there, huh? Okay.
Yes. What do you mean now? Yeah. For his career, body of work, he was just last season. Last season.
He was.
Last season.
He was just trashing the hell out of him. But you like to use. See how that's some scary shit. He wants to try to use him for his argument now. Ain't that
right?
We're talking about careers, bro. What they did for a decade. He was great. Last season, he was not, bro. Don't be mad at the facts.
Nah, I'm still. So you taking that over Reggie Miller?
I didn't even mention dudes like Derrick Rose, Dwayne Wade. Damn, bro.
Man, stop.
What? Stop what?
Derrick Rose?
Yes.
No.
He was an MVP of the league, bro. Allen Houston wasn't. You mentioned Allen Houston, and you know, and I can't mention Derrick Rose. Stop the cap, bro. What?
Played against, bro.
LeBron didn't play against Derrick Rose.
So who would you take, Jason Kidd, or would you take, goddamn it, Damon, or who would you pick against Jason Kidd in this era?
As a better player than Jason Kidd in this era,
except for Steph Curry.
Oh, okay.
Point guards.
Yep. Okay.
Nobody.
Chris Paul is better than Jason Kidd.
No, he's not.
Stop
you
it.
Are high as hell.
Stop it.
Yes,
Stop it.
Y'all mad at the facts, but yes, he is.
Chris Paul's not better than Jason Kidd, bro.
Stop.
Yes, he is, bro. Yes, he is, man.
Who would you put over Gary Payton?
I put over Gary Payton as a point guard of this era. And see, I don't want to disrespect players, right? And these we're talking about all-time greats. But Gary Payton, I'm putting Kyrie Irving over Gary Payton.
What about John Stockton?
John Stockton, I'm putting as a career. I'm putting Westbrook's career over John Stockton, man. Westbrook. Yeah.
Bro, you
as an individual player.
Yeah, good night.
Hey,
you
what
sad,
y'all mad at the fact Westbrook man over John Stockton. What do you mean, bro? What y'all mean?
You said
what? What?
You
come on, man.
You put in a dude that's
man.
First of all, this dude played
MVP.
He played 19 seasons, bro. And he leads the entire NBA history in assists and steals, bro. You putting Westbrook over that? Who's been consistent his entire career?
Hey, Westbrook ain't being consistent, bro. This man was averaging triple doubles for multiple seasons. He's the MVP of the league, All NBA.
You just trashing this dude
last season. Hey, do you know that John Stockton averaged 9 points for the finals? In a final series, he averaged 9 points for the whole series, bro. Y'all talk about John Stockton like he was that guy, bro. He averaged 13 points for his career. John Stockton overrated, man. Don't be mad. He's overrated.
No.
He's a great point guard, but he's overrated as a body of work, man. His body of work.
Who's better? Who's better than Isaiah Thomas?
Hey, Isaiah Thomas is an all-time great.
Crickets.
They ain't many players better than Isaiah Thomas. But I mentioned Steph Curry better than Isaiah Thomas. What?
No. You put Steph Curry. You can put him over. That's the only point guard who you can say is on the level of Isaiah Thomas. And I got the best point guard of all time who Jordan faced. That was Magic Johnson.
Okay, and I got Steph Curry. Okay, that's a wash.
Okay, so who's competing against Isaiah Thomas?
Okay,
Who's competing against Jason Kidd?
I already told you. It was better than Jason Kidd, and that
Who's
was Kyrie
against
Irving.
John Stockton?
I already told you Westbrook.
He's not, man.
Bro, he's not. Come
I
on,
already
bro.
told you.
Man.
What?
You sad as hell.
Prime, and then I didn't even mention Damian Lillard yet, but he's not better than Isaiah Thomas. But I would mention him as a near to that. Then I would mention James Harden, but they're both not better.
He's not better than
They're
Anthony
both
Hardaway. He's not better than Grant Hill.
What? Who's not better than Anthony Hardaway? Who?
He's not better than Anthony Hardaway.
Who's not better than Anthony
Damian
Hardaway?
Lillard is not better than Anthony Hardaway.
Oh,
He's not better than Grant Hill.
hey, bro, is Hardaway in the top 75 all-time great players, bro?
Bro, that
No,
top
he's not.
75 list,
This Anthony Hardaway is a full-time All-Star. Full-time All-Star better than Damian Lillard? Stop capping, bro.
Criteria, bro, I can't help you. That top
Nah.
75, I can't help you.
Or how about All NBAs, All-Star? How about just body of work and what you done, bro? Are you kidding me, man? This man averaged 15 points. Anthony Hardaway averaged 15 points and 5 assists for his career, bro. 15 and 5. What? 15 and 5 better than Damian Lillard? 24 and 7? Stop the cap, bro.
You lie. You say
Stop the cap.
You say basically I got the best point guard of all time in the 90s, which was Magic Johnson. I can close it right there. I really can close the casket right there.
Yeah.
That's one. That's one though. That's one. But I just closed it on you when we talk about the depth of the. You start mentioning guys like Anthony Hardaway when we get to Damian Lillard and James Harden, bro. Like that's the difference.
Bro, no.
I'm still mentioning all-time greats. You're mentioning two-time All-Stars. That's the difference, bro.
I'm mentioning them as I mentioned. First of all, John Stockton's over Damian Lillard and James Harden.
No.
Yes,
John Stockton over Russell Westbrook. That ain't clear.
Yes,
that ain't even. That no, it ain't. No, it ain't. But we can wash that. That's close. That's a wash again. That's a wash again. That's a wash again.
Bro,
So you got so it's John Stockton the second best guy, right? Right after Magic Johnson, you name him John Stockton, right? And so I said Steph Curry.
No.
All right. So who the second?
Isaiah Thomas is better than John Stockton.
Yeah.
Okay, I would agree.
Isaiah Thomas is the third best point guard of all time. Right.
Third best. Okay,
Right?
third best.
Right.
Yes. I'll give him that. Yes.
Okay,
I agree.
So who's the fourth? Who's the fourth?
Fourth?
It's between John Stockton and Jason Kidd.
No, it ain't.
It ain't no Chris Paul, it ain't no Russell Westbrook.
CP3. I just said it, bro. It's CP3.
How you gonna be the best point guard? Hold on.
When you keep
The way
choking like that.
he flames out in the playoffs. How can he be the top? He's not top 5.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, stop that stuff.
Hey, what do you mean?
Bro,
what did John Stockton do in the playoffs, bro? What did John Stockton do in the playoffs? How many rings he got?
Hey, he took his
just
team
like Chris Paul.
Twice. He took his team.
Chris Paul did that. Hey, he didn't take it. First of all, it was Karl Malone that took him to the finals. First of all, let's keep it 100. Karl Malone took him to the finals.
Big shot against Houston.
You said,
bro. John Stockton averaged 9 points in the final series,
he hit
bro.
a big shot
9 points a game
to the
for the whole series.
Man, you was
for the whole series, bro.
And you got
John Stockton. So CP3 is better than John Stockton, bro. Y'all mad at the facts, but he is better than John Stockton.
Yes, he is. Not better than Gary Payton.
Yeah, and Gary Payton. Definitely better than Gary Payton, bro. Are you telling me Gary Payton is better than Chris Paul, bro? You don't believe that, bro, BJ. I know you don't believe that.
What he did, what he keeps doing in the playoffs, I can't believe you keep believing in him.
Hey, I'm surprised you got Gary Payton is not even in the top 10, bro, to be honest. He's not the top 10 point guard, man. He's not a top 10 point guard. When we talk about guys like Oscar Robinson, we could talk about Oscar Robinson, Jerry West, if you consider him point guard. I know, so we can take him out. Yeah, that's true, but we can take him out. We can take him out. Okay, another guy in our era, right? That's better than John Stockton, right? Steve Nash, better than John Stockton, bro. Steve Nash.
Bro,
another one. That's the era. Yeah, you mad. You mad at the facts, bro. You mad at the facts.
I'm annoyed because you just putting out blasphemy out there. You saying first off, you say Oscar Robertson, nigga, you weren't even born when Oscar Robertson was playing. So
I seen the highlights. I seen the highlights and I seen the stats. That's all.
Yeah, the stats. Yep. Like you put Westbrook over over Chris Paul. He's not better than Chris Paul, bro. Or he's not better than
John Stockton. Bro. Hey, first off, Chris Paul is better than John Stockton. That's the comparison because they both past first point guards, and so that's the comparison. When we compare them, John Stockton is not even close.
John Stockton has the most assists and steals of all time, and he was a defensive player. What are we talking about?
CP3 is not a defensive player, bro. What?
They both play defense, but again, one guy, his assist, Chris Paul is not.
John Stockton only had 5 all defensive teams, right?
Chris Paul
Compared to Chris Paul's 9 all defense.
Chris Paul gets hurt. He's not as durable as John Stockton. He's not as tough as John Stockton. He's not a better assist leader or steals than John Stockton. He's not a better leader than John Stockton.
Facts.
Not a better leader than John Stockton. So first off, we don't say that John Stockton's all-time career assist. That's not longevity, right? That's just what? That's greatness. He played till he was like 40, whatever. That's just not
Chris
longevity.
Paul's in his 18th season.
Okay, I'm just asking you because we somehow talk about longevity.
This ain't a situation when one guy's in their 18th, the other guy's in their 12th. These guys literally played it back this same amount of years. He's not catching that record. Chris Paul's not catching that record.
No one is. That's true. No one is. But when we talk about point guards, who's a better all-around player, Chris Paul or John Stockton? Okay, you can say that John Stockton's a better playmaker, even though I wouldn't agree. But you can say that he's a better playmaker. But what about the rest of their games? Who's a better scorer?
Bro,
CP3.
That's the only
who's a better?
Really say scoring.
But he's a better scorer. He's a better defender than John Stockton.
No,
better defender.
Not,
yes, he is.
Oh,
steals ain't defense, bro. He was really good in the passing lanes, but steals ain't defense. But Chris Paul has 9 all defensive teams. John Stockton has 5. So don't overrate all them steals like he was that guy. Come on, bro.
No, listen to me. First of all, one guy, the intangibles. If you ask me who I want running my team,
and you know what's crazy?
I want John Stockton running my team, not Chris Paul.
Hey, John Stockton with all them steals, 2-time steal champion. Chris Paul, 6-time steal champion.
The amount of talent Chris Paul has
6-time.
Chris
6-time
Paul's
steal
had on those teams, and the way he's flamed out, that tells me mentally something's lacking up there. Mentally.
So what about John Stockton in the finals, averaging 9 points a game for the finals? No. That don't stop you from getting 9 points a game, though. Why you get 9 points a game, though? That's not Jordan. That's you getting 9 points and 8 assists a game. That's you. That's all you. And then that's Jordan.
That's Jordan.
Well, how's that Jordan, bro?
That's Jordan. That's the greatest of Jordan.
Hey, he still shot 49% from the field that series, so he just wasn't aggressive, bro. That's just the facts, bro. At 35, he wasn't aggressive. So, like, what are you talking about when you talk about John Stockton and you highlight Chris Paul's faults, but then you don't say you don't contextualize John Stockton's faults, and you don't talk about that.
Guys, bottom line is I'm taking John Stockton over Chris Paul.
No. Yeah, and you're losing because if I got Chris Paul and you got John Stockton, you're losing, bro. You're losing.
You're losing, no. You're losing like
bro,
you did. You lost in the second round last year. Like you losing.
Chris Paul's blown like 8, 7, 2-0 leads, and you're talking about losses.
Stats, nigga, like look at the stats that Chris Paul had the last 5 games of that series last year in the second round.
He was minus 41 in Game 7.
Dude was terrible. Got blown out on his own home court.
Oh, hey, John Stockton lost a finals game by 40 points, over 40 points. What happened? Why don't we keep that same energy? What happened? What happened?
We've seen Chris Paul do this multiple times in key situations. He did with the Clippers, where he would flame out against the OKC Thunder.
Yeah,
they got beat out by the San Antonio Spurs. They got beat out when he was with the Houston Rockets.
Houston, yeah.
He got beat out
by the Jazz.
And he got beat out last year. So this is a multiple thing with Chris Paul. And that's why I can't put him in my top 5. We've been move on. He can't get there. He's not getting there. He's like door shut. Casket's closed. Doors closed.
Hey, what's your top 5 modern day point guards, bro? What is it? Yeah, so you obviously got Magic Johnson.
Steph Curry, Isaiah Thomas.
Said modern day, right?
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah. Let's go from like Magic Johnson and
Thomas, Isaiah Thomas, John Stockton, Jason Kidd.
That's 4. You name one more.
No, it's 5. Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, Isaiah Thomas, John Stockton, Jason Kidd. That's my 5.
Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, John Stockton, Jason Kidd, Isaiah Thomas. Okay. I guarantee the next five are modern day players from this era. But go ahead, man. That's what I mean. But if you tried your hardest to hold out all those modern day point guards, bro. That's
Gary Payton is the top 10.
Gary Payton's not 6 though. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You got him ahead of MVPs. You got him ahead of Steve Nash. You got him ahead of Russell Westbrook. Come on, bro. You got him ahead of Kyrie Irving. Come on, man.
Steve Nash
Come
played
on,
against
man.
Jordan.
No, he didn't. His prime was not against Jordan, bro. Stop the cap, bro. Come on, man.
Is it? That's why I asked you. Are we talking about his? Are we talking about when is the cutoff?
A man that got drafted in '97 is not Jordan's contemporary. Let's be honest, bro.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Anthony Hardaway.
We're talking about contemporaries.
He was drafted in 1990.
Grant Hill.
Grant Hill. Was he a point guard? I wouldn't call him a point guard.
No.
I wouldn't call him a point guard. You're reaching.
He's a forward.
Yeah. Try your hardest to not name these modern day players, bro. Try your hardest. You ain't got many, bro. What are you gonna name? Mark Jackson, Mark Price? That's all you got right now, bro.
No. I'm not gonna name them. You can name them. Go ahead and name them. Go ahead. I already got the top 5 point guards already on my side.
You did it. You did that.
So you want to go into the next 5. So take them to the next 5. Yes, you said all the point guards in your era, you name them.
Oh, you want me to name it right now? So we got CP3. You putting major disrespect on CP3. That's one, all right? And he's in my top 5, but we name him 6. Yeah. CP3, right? I got him. See, I don't want to disrespect players, right? Don't want to. So CP3, the next one I got in this era is Steve Nash, right? Then I got Russell Westbrook. So that's 3. That's 8. CP3, Steve Nash, Russell Westbrook. Then I got Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving, great player, top 10 point guard all time. Yes. He's not. Stop
Kyrie
it.
Irving.
Stop it.
Kyrie Irving. Then I got
what was Kyrie before LeBron?
Then I got Damian Lillard to round out my next 5, man. And that's a solid. And you know what's amazing? I feel like my 5 right there is better than your 5.
Yeah, you
was great. Then the first 5.
You don't make no sense then, Young Africa, because there's no way in hell you're gonna pick that over Magic Johnson, John Stockton, Jason Kidd.
Oh yeah, you got Steph Curry. I forgot you took Steph Curry. If I had Steph Curry and you have your 90s era and I got my 2000s era, it's different, and that's the conversation we're having. And so Steph Curry,
you can have Steph Curry. I got Magic Johnson. You can have Steph Curry.
So who you adding? You taking out Steph Curry? Who you adding? You adding Gary Payton? You said is that who you adding? Or
I have Magic Johnson. I got Magic Johnson, Gary Payton, John Stockton, Jason Kidd, Isaiah Thomas. You're getting cooked.
Hey, I must admit that's a nice all-around team, and that's a nice Magic Johnson at the center. That's a nice all-around team. But I got Steph Curry, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving, Damian Lillard. Damn, I'm gonna leave Steve Nash off that list.
A lot of mental issues on that team. You got a guy who can't decide when to play in Kyrie Irving. You got a guy Russell Westbrook who's gonna be, in his own head. You got a guy in Chris Paul who can't get out of his own head. You got a guy in Damian Lillard who thinks he's Steph Curry, but he's not. You got a lot of mental problems on that team, bro. Good luck. We're going to destroy you.
Man. That's amazing, bro. It's amazing. That's interesting that you feel like what the God play is better or equivalent, or what are you saying? God play was better in the 90s? Wow.
Bro, you just said it yourself. My team is well-rounded. I got a 6'9" point guard. I got a guy in Gary Payton who can lock up.
You do.
Yep. John Stockton who can pass the ball. I got a guy in Jason Kidd who's tough as nails, who can play both sides of the ball. And I got a guy in Isaiah Thomas who's a showstopper, bro. So I got everything I need. It's over. You're done.
Hey, I'll admit that's a more well-rounded team, but all I gotta say is you ain't outscoring us. That's all I gotta say. You ain't outscoring us, bro. We dropping 140 in that game, bro. So how you gonna stop Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, Russell Westbrook, CP3 running the point? What?
Gary Payton will make it
Damian Lillard. Oh, wait, bro. We playing 5 out.
Gary Payton will make him very uncomfortable.
Steph Curry very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable.
I'm not mad at that, man.
But it was good talking shit with you, man. But I'm gonna have to get up off here.
Love, man.
One love. We'll be back on here tomorrow, though, man.
Most def, man. Shout out to you, Pull Up, man. You're doing your thing, man. And all salute to you. Always respect, man. Even though we argue, disagree, it's always with respect and love, and so it's all good, man. I wish you nothing but success, my brother.
Respect to you, bro. Appreciate you. All right, so that concludes the Pull Up Basketball podcast. We appreciate you all coming through. My man Bruce, man, coming through. My guy Young Africa, coming through. My man Bubba Dallas Sports coming through as well. If you guys would like to donate to the Pull Up Basketball podcast, y'all can do so in the ticker, like it's right here, Cash App, $ BJ Matthews. I'll put that in the chat as well. And if you guys would like to donate to the Pull Up Basketball podcast, Jamari, if you want to come in here and speak your piece, come in, actually talk on the panel, man. We welcome you inside, man. Y'all ain't gotta just be in the chat. Y'all can come in here. Mrs. Davis, appreciate you coming in here as well. Looking forward for you to come in here as well. You need to come here and talk to us too. But yeah, don't just be, you know what I'm saying, typing on the keyboard. You know what I'm saying? Come on here and speak a piece. You know what I mean? But that's going to conclude tonight, man. We'll be back on here tomorrow. Like we talked about, NBA Media Day was today. So we'll be back on here tomorrow. With that, we respectfully say, pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull up. Peace. I like swim well.